What's good, everybody? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Purple Sunday. Come on in, everybody. Let me get this camera straight. I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. That's right, you guys. Wake up, wipe the coal out your eyes. It's time for the show. It's our bottom line time. How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? Let's get it all together right now. We got trending topics, current events, and so much more to get into this morning. You guys, come on in, come on in. Let's start this show. Let's get the show on the road. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me know what's going on. Are you guys there? Let me know. I can't see anybody moving. I can't see you guys moving. Let me see. Let me open up this screen right here real quick to make sure everybody's good. Okay, and let's try to keep on going with the show. How's everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Hope everybody's good. Can everybody hear me? I don't see anybody moving. How's everybody going? Anybody there? Are we gonna start again or what? What's happening here? Good morning, everybody. I see we got 11 people here. I just can't see myself. Is that what's going on? Everybody else can see me, but I can't. That's what's going on here? How about that? See if I could do something here to try to get myself back. Can you guys see me out there? If I got to start over again, I'll just do it. Let me know. It looks like the live is stuck or something. Something's going on with the live right now. Let me know. Unable to connect, please let me know. Oh, there we go. It's coming in now. There we go. There we go. Now we seem to be in the building. Okay, let's see if we get it over here now. Let's see. See if I can get this one straight on this other chat over here. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what happened with the chat this morning, but I see now we got it all lined up. I couldn't see what anybody was saying down there. Had to refresh this other screen over here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, good. How about them earthquakes? Okay, we all good. Thank you, Miss Swans. I appreciate it. Happy Purple Sunday, everybody. That's why I like to remain calm. You see what that 3 seconds does? You got to remain calm. You always got to remain calm because you never know. That only took 1 minute to get that straight. Come on, you guys. Let's go ahead and get those prayers in the air because we're here for a reason. You know we're here for Purple Sunday, and I'm hoping that you guys are taking out this time to have a good morning. Come on, let's have a good morning. It's Purple Sunday, you guys. I want to put up some prayers for love and respect, for health. Also, we can't forget about our family, honor, and our friendships. Let's pray for everybody here as well as our animals. I want to pray for Jack Welshins, Tony Wright. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice. How you doing, Brian King Falcone? Yvonne, what's going on, Money Tree? Praying for you as well, Jack Welshins. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. You know we got to pray for you as well, Money Tree. Can't forget about Tony Wright, Jack Welsh. Who else we got in here? Luigi, Audrey. Okay, who else we got? VG5P. Good morning, Sam Champion. I see you in here too. Jeffrey Spilker, good morning as well. I also see that we got Money Tree up in here as well. We got Boogotti NYC here too. Can't forget about Angels Among Us, Winter Rising, Terry, Teddy, Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Miss Jackson, Miss Johnson. Can't forget about all of our people that's always here. Can't forget about Collective as well. Hope everybody's having a fantastic and a safe day. Anybody out there working, anybody out there driving, 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Got to show you love as well. Everybody, Jeffrey, I can't forget about Mark Dorfman. And yes, Batty Lynn and Rebecca Lanyin Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Money Tree, Keisha, Audrey, Cynthia. Gotta pray for everybody here. Amen. That's how we do it. It's time to get the party on the road. It's time to go. I know it is, because I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Boop, 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 boop. Wind it up. Boop, 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 boop. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here, but we're a little late, so let's get it. Come on, let's start the show. They ready to go? Come on, it's time to start the show. We ready to go. Can you just start the chime so we can just do our thing? Okay, let me give you a wave. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Olay. Now we gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Purple Sunday the 19th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Welcome to edition of Purple Sunday, you guys. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I hope you're ready for trending topics, current events, and much, much more. And without any further ado, that's right, we getting straight into it for Purple Sunday. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Wave those flags side to side so that we can remember those countries when we go searching for new content. Don't worry about the trolls. We got people in here like Sir Lancelot, and you can't forget about the ever so great, liberty and justice. So y'all want to act up, you're going to get clapped up. Also, let's stick to the topic also, because we love to stick to the topic. It just makes the storyline, and it makes the flow just go real good. Thank you guys for all of the jewels. Thank you guys for coming. This is your family as well as mine. I can't wake up in the morning any kind of way, any kind of other way. This is how I need to wake up every single morning. That's why I'm always here. And without any further ado, what else am I going to say? Let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. We got work to do. Why is Trump gone nuclear on the press? That's right, you guys. Why is he gone nuclear on the press? You know, I'm not going to say that word starting off early, but we're going to get into that topic because we're going to go to the subcontext right now where Trump says, why did Trump threaten ABC and NBC for not covering his speech? Seems like he wanted everybody to be covering his speech and what he had going on yesterday, huh? We'll get to the bottom line of that as well. That's what we're here for. Let's keep on moving forward, because not only that, but there he is, pumping it up like he normally does. We got Zorhan, that's right. You know where we going with that, right? Mom dami, na is a super cat, na use a dam dami, na is a super cat, na. That's right, we got Zorhan Mom Dami coming right out the gate, who says more taxes are coming for New York City. Is this true? If so, prepare to squeeze that wallet just a little more. You guys, we got rent, we got food, we got gas prices. Now we got more taxes coming in from Mom Dami. Last but not least, what else do we have here on the smorgasbord? We've got, why have the feds raided the home of an ex-NYC sheriff? You guys remember this sheriff that was going around last year? Boom, boom, knocking in all of the doors of all of the cannabis stores and everything. Well, guess what? We got some inside information. First they knocked in the doors, now they're getting information. Was that the reason why Mom Dami actually fired him? Let's find out. We got much more to get into, you guys. We got a whole load of entertainment this morning, trending topics, current events, and a special edition of the health and wellness section today, you guys, because you guys have been asking me about this for probably about a whole month. We covered it, but we've been talking about the other parts of it, so I know you guys want to get into it. Without any further ado, Let's do what we have to do, you guys. So grab your tea and your water and your 55 coffee, and let's do our thing over here, you guys. And let's get into it and see what the president has to say as he comes out speaking with John about FIFA and the differences of how he didn't even know that we are a soccer country. Let's get into it, you guys. We're talking about FIFA, World Cup, and much more. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. It's time for our bottom line. Let's get it, you guys. Let's go.
To create this safe and secure and joyful environment to live something that the world has never seen. This has not just been and is not just the greatest World Cup of all times. It is the greatest human, social and cultural event that mankind has ever witnessed and seen, and we are all part of it, and for this I thank you.
Good morning,
very much,
everybody.
Mr. President. Thanks for having us here. There is one more game to go. Two more games, the bronze medal tomorrow, and between England and France, of course, and the great final between Argentina and Spain. One country will be the world champion, but the world has already won. America has won, FIFA has won, and uniting the world in such a way as we did this summer, giving unforgettable experiences and memories to millions, to billions of people all over the world, is something that we will take with us and cherish forever.
What's up, Luigi?
Thank you, Mr. President.
So, I want to thank Johnny, this guy. He came to me with this crazy idea. I said, are you crazy? We're not a soccer country. It turned out we were a soccer country, and I think it's going to remain. But what he's done and what he thought of, with a lot of your friends that I met today, they were very much involved in the decision. But I want to thank our great FIFA president, Gianni Infantino. There's nobody like him, actually, very few. And the entire team at FIFA for their incredible work. I've met so many of them. I see why you were so successful. Because of the commitment and devotion of the people in this room. This beautiful room where the sound is very good, because you're going to hear a great opera singer in a couple of minutes.
So now this is in New York. Trump actually came to New York for this, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to Iran. We got other situations that we got to talk off and head off right now. We got situations coming up in Iran where bridges and those tunnels were demolished after the U.S. strikes. Yeah, they did strike and they hit them hard. Talk about multitasking, huh, Trump? Let's get on over here and see what's going on with this Iran situation. Now, Iranian bridges and tunnels were demolished after the U.S. overnight strikes. This makes day 7 of Trump constantly pressuring Iran and putting it on them, you guys. Look at this here. Let's go. Not just bridges and tunnels, but much more. Now, the sad part about this, we don't know about the casualties yet, do we? Okay, let's start this thing off early. Want to give you guys the best chances possible to get this merch this morning, because all you really got to do is get 300 likes in order to see these pieces come up. That's right, 6 Our Bottom Line keychains, as well as 6 Our Bottom Line decals. All you got to do is get those likes up to 300 today. 12 pieces of merch will be coming out. All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Send me where you want the address for the merch to go to, and we'll get it out to you. Yeah. And of course, everyone that goes up must come down. A lot of pressure is being put on Iran. 7 days so far, you guys, 7 days. Nothing but this, 7 days straight. You think they're gonna finally say, okay, let's come to an agreement after all of this? I don't know. I really wanna know what you guys are thinking about this. This is crazy. Sorry for the citizens, but their leaders need to concede. There you go, 55 Coffee House. I understand what you're saying. Audrey, Guy, and Elsa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are good. Let's keep on moving forward. What's up, Coco Wheats? I see you in the building. Everybody shouting you out. We got more to get into. Because Marco Rubio is talking about much more than that. He's talking about a little more sensitive situations when it comes down to the State Department. Rubio speaks about the poisonous resentment and issues that stark warning for the far left political errorism. I ain't got nothing to do with it. This is what they're saying. We're just reporting it. Come on, you guys, let's go. Brad Pitbull says no negotiations, huh? Hey, man, hopefully after a while, though. You think so, Brad? You think after a while, when they just taking it so much, what do they have? They have no choice after a while, no?
Of September, in the year of 2001, 19 men murdered 3,000 people here in my country. Then that same enemy struck Europe, murdering nearly 200 commuters aboard trains in Madrid in 2004, and 52 more aboard London buses and the underground in the following year. The entire architecture of Western counterterrorism was rebuilt from the studs around the singular traumatic event. That made sense at the time. Our job was to keep our people safe, and the realm of terrorism, the specter of global jihad, was the premier threat to their safety. And so we went to work, and we assembled a global coalition, working with many of the friends that are represented here in this room today, and we destroyed the ISIS caliphate. We killed al-Baghdadi and al-Zawahiri and bin Laden, and we built intelligence and law enforcement systems capable of anticipating and stopping attacks before the public even hears about them. Every country represented here today has disrupted a terrorist threat at some point emanating from this source. Jihadist attacks and plots in the United States are down by 2/3 since ISIS's peak. The number of people killed by jihadist terrorism in Europe dropped by roughly 97% from the year 2015 to the year 2024. In other words, to a very great extent, our counterterrorism strategy has worked. The threat has not disappeared, of course. It will continue to exist, particularly so long as we tolerate immigration systems that imports these threats directly into our respective homelands. But this threat has been severely diminished. The world looks very different today because of it.
Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Got world news coming out. Much more things to go through, especially when it comes down to lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little Joey. It's time to get into it, you guys. This should have been a lullaby book instead of a book that he's calling it. He calls it Promise Me America. And it's a book by none other than one of your favorite presidents. That's right, you guys. Sleepy Joe. That's right, you guys. He's got a new book that's coming out, and he wants you guys to get behind it. Can you understand anything he's saying? Check this out, you guys. I love this little situation right here. He's promoting this book. He's going to tell you guys a little bit about his book. Come on, let's check out Joe Biden and his new book. It's called Promise Me America.
Back in the news again and back in the public eye. Sort of. The former president has written, or wants us to believe, he has written a book.
Do you think that Joe Biden is capable of writing a book?
It's called Promise Me America, which as a title makes about as much sense as the rest of his presidency. They've even released a video to promote it, and I tell you what, old Joe is looking and sounding as fit as ever.
I've written a book about my time as president. It's called Promise Me America. It's coming out in November. It's about the challenge we face as a nation, about the decisions I made, and why I made them. Leading the country through COVID, rebuilding our economy, and restoring our democracy after the attack on January 6th. Ending our nation's longest war in Afghanistan, strengthening NATO, and supporting Ukraine.
Exactly. Ukraine. What the hell was he saying, y'all?
Yeah, look, Don't believe those who say Joe Biden didn't have another great 4 years in him, I tell you what. Here to discuss this and more is White House reporter at the
No need. That's all
Washington Examiner.
that's all we needed to see on our bottom line, and we thank you. We thank you for that, because that's all we needed to understand right there. So all of you guys that are thinking about going out to get Joe Biden's book, it's called Promise Me America. It should be out in early November. Let me know how good it is, you guys. You might want to share it amongst yourselves. Let's keep on going, you guys. No, he not. He will need a co-author. That's a no for me, says Brian. Poor Joe doesn't know he was planted. Not. Some people are like, no. So how many people are going to go read this book about Joe Biden, you guys? Come on now, by thumbs up. If you're going to go get Joe Biden's book, give me a nice thumbs up. If you're not and you'd rather go get some ice cream, go ahead and put those thumbs down. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And thank you for the purple Sunday jacket compliments. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. Okay, y'all. This involves no jail, just a straight up hunt. Now, how many people would hunt 3 fugitives? I'm talking about, you already said it before, you guys. You already told me before that you would go to jail. Y'all said y'all would do 3 years for 2 years for $3.7 million. So many, I know y'all still here. A lot of you guys are riders, so the same people are probably here. Some of you, I was like, yo, would you go to jail for 2 years for $3.7 million? And a whole bunch of y'all was like, yeah. So this is the next question for today, for Purple Sunday. I want to know right now. I got a question for you guys. Let me ask you this question. For $10 million, I said $10 million, would you turn into "There's fear and darkness all around you. The criminals are on the run"? That's right, you guys. Would you turn into a straight up and down bounty hunter for the note of $10 million? If they told you, if you can locate, tell us where these people are at, would you do that? I know you said what you would do for 3.7, so let me know, because in Cleveland, we got a $10 million reward right now if they find these 3 Russians who's been indicted for cyber crimes targeting in Northeast Ohio. How many people, by thumbs up, would you go ahead and do this? You'd be a bounty hunter for $10 million? Or nah, Boogotti, I ain't getting down like that. I don't want to do that. You'll do some jail time, but you won't be a bounty hunter? I don't know. Let me know. Would you be a bounty hunter to catch these 3 people or find out where they at for $10 million or not? Let me know. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get it.
Thank you for being here with us tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Katie Houston.
And I'm Damon Maloney. We are bringing you stories from all across Northeast Ohio tonight, touching on the issues that matter most to you. And we began in Cleveland, where the FBI held a news conference today to announce indictments against 3 Russians in a major cybercrime case.
The Bureau is asking for information on the trio behind attacks for ransoms on businesses, schools, and hospitals in...
Wait a minute, because a couple of people in here lying. Somebody says, show me the money first. I believe you. Nope, not enough money. Coco Weed, stop playing with us. You got people in the comments right now like, oh, you never seen an episode of On the First 48. We done seen people snitch for much less. There you go, Money Tree. We done seen people snitch for much less. I done seen people snitch for Popeyes. Oh, you got any ketchup for this? Oh, you got a little bit of fruit punch back there? Come on, man, stop playing. Somebody coming there for a burger with some fries and you hungry? I done seen it happen already. They done told everything. They've been told on their mama. Come on, y'all, let's go.
21 states. But officials were silent when asked for specifics on the impacts here in Northeast Ohio. News 5 investigator Tom Morgan with what they did talk about.
U.S. Attorney David Tepfer stood next to posters of 3 Russian suspects, offering up to $10 million for information on the individuals and 2 companies headquartered in St. Petersburg, Russia.
$10 million for information. Information, y'all. Yeah.
Cybercriminals used
Thank you,
bulletproof hosting
Jelena.
to evade security software so they could infect computer systems of organizations and then hold them for ransom.
The FBI Cleveland office opened the...
Yo, look at Kiara. Kiara said, I'm telling on the dog too. Damn, Kiara, the dog ain't do nothing. You serious? For ultimate feast, I'm telling the ultimate truth, said Brian. He said, Jolena said, I used to watch 48 Hours. They be snitching. Don't let that heavy set lady come in there like, nah, baby, you know. If your mama was here right now, she ain't raised you like this to do nothing like that. You wound up being in like, I know, Miss Jackson, but I just, be done told her everything. You know what that lady I'm talking about, the little short one that walk in there like, you know who I'm talking about? Be done told her everything.
The case 7 years ago against Medialand. Tepper says victims span 21 states and several nations, allegedly resulting in $62 million in losses. The Russian trio is charged here, Tepper says, because many victims are in Ohio.
They include banks, schools, government entities, hospitals.
You helping people out. They ripping off banks, schools, government entities. That's why they giving you so much money for catching them. They already stole over $48 million, y'all. That's why they like, yo, we'll give y'all 10 for the help out. That's what they saying. I ain't scared of them, to be honest with you. I'm telling.
Because many victims are in Ohio.
They include banks, schools, government entities, hospitals, and media companies.
In Ohio alone, the 75-page indictment lists Cleveland, Solon, Medina, Akron, Canton, Brookfield, Findlay, and Elyria as locations where servers at commercial businesses were targeted. But the feds refused to get specific, saying they're respecting victims' privacy.
This investigation got underway by one person called...
In Ohio, there was a lot of cyber theft going on to the tunes of over $48 million, to whereas now the government is offering $10 million in rewards for information leading up to the arrest of these 3 Russians. $10 million for information. I already said I'm turning into Dog the Bounty Hunter, straight up and down. Who wanna run with me?
On the FBI with a complaint that their system had been compromised.
Was that one person from Cleveland?
Again, I won't comment on where that person is from.
In March 2025, a guy claiming to be a Russian hacker reached out to News 5 investigators and showed us credible documents indicating a $4 million ransom demand for the Cleveland Municipal Court hack. We don't know if that case is connected to the newly unsealed indictment.
Was there any inkling of a Russian gang that possibly was involved in this sort of thing?
Well, clearly, as the investigation progressed, we were able to determine that these actors were operating in Russia using Russian infrastructure.
Yeah, you guys, $10 million. I don't know how you're going to find them. You better go find your best buddy that know how to hack backwards, because I'll be out there like, let's get it. Let's get it on. It's worth the work. Let's get it, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to double tap that screen to get those likes up. What we got over here? This is the FBI situation over here that I told you about. Put the money in the sky, then you blaze it up, then you light it up, and you can't get enough. Let me just tell you another thing, you guys. You got to be careful on all walks of life, because with great power comes great responsibility. Now, I may have got that from one of the episodes of Spider-Man, but over the years of my life, I realized you got to be real and you got to be honorable about what you do. So this situation here came back to spank the sheriff on the back of the hand, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sheriff in New York. That's right, the FBI just raided this Queens house of the former New York sheriff, Anthony Miranda. Sources say he was on the take. Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Let's see what's going on with Mr. Miranda.
Sources at City Hall and the FBI confirmed federal agents raided the Queens home of former New York City Sheriff Anthony Miranda. Miranda was appointed sheriff in May 2022 under the Adams administration. He was fired from that post in May 2026. Miranda had previously served with the NYPD, but the sources tell us this raid appears to stem from his work as sheriff.
You see, some of that money wasn't being all docked in and all clocked in. You know, some of that money was probably being shifted to other places when they was doing those busts. You know what I'm saying? And I heard a little bit about the other stuff that was actually alternated other places too. Yeah, you guys, he was basically doing his thing, so now they're investigating him.
Still unclear why Miranda is being targeted by federal investigators.
Yeah, I'm not. It ain't unclear to me. I already know. I've been doing the investigation and following up on that story for a while. They say that he was taking money laundering, and he was supposed to be logging money in a certain way that was being brought back from those arrests. All of the money wasn't being brought back, and all of the product, the high grade part of the product, was not being logged in and brought back either. All of the swag was being brought back. That's what's going on with that story. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen and get those likes up, because now we got a situation over here where it seems as if we need to be paying more attention to China. That's why we've been shedding light on the situation as well. We don't know if they're going to be next or if they're getting ready or prepared for us, but we have to pay attention. But with that being said, let me take a break real quick and say good Sunday morning, fam. That's right. Welcome back. Let's double tap that screen on our YouTube page and get to the hottest platform, Our Bottom Line. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys, because if we can get those likes up today to 300, yes, that's right. We will be sending out merch today, 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 Our Bottom Line decals. All you got to do is get to 300 likes and send me your address to my email address. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Now we got this to pay attention to, which I was basically trying to say a second ago. Why would they be building replicas of our ships in their deserts? It seems like they're practicing or getting ramped up for something. I would take this very seriously as a somewhat of a threat. Now, we've been looking through and making sure that things are going all right around the world. But there's also people like CENTCOM and certain people that check out what's going on. And when they checked out the satellite over China, they found out that China was making replicas of U.S. warships. I don't know what they're making replicas in their deserts for, but what do you think they make a replica of your warship for?
John, new satellite photos showing China building replicas of U.S. ships in the desert, with some now warning Beijing is using them to conduct military tests.
It's just like it's just like they're getting prepared for situations just in case. It's like they're looking at what's going on with other situations that we're dealing with when it comes down to Iran and stuff, because that's how people strategize. They look at how they're operating just in case they ever have to go to WAR with you. What do you guys think about this? Something that we need to pay attention to right here, huh? Let's go. Let's get it.
Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin is reporting live on this out of Washington.
Direct. Thank you,
Jen.
Direct.
Hi, Sandra. Well, this is a 510-foot 3D replica of an Arleigh Burke-class U.S. Navy destroyer built in the middle of the Taklamakan Desert in China's Xinjiang province. Vantor, an American satellite company, tracked the construction over the past 6 months. The model could be used for potential targeting. It has an exact replica of the helicopter launch system on board, mast, bridge, and deck guns used on this particular American warship.
It's very detailed. I mean, it's super duper detailed compared to earlier ones. Now, we've had targets before that clearly look like Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, and we've had targets that clearly look like aircraft carriers, but this one is really just super detailed, which makes me wonder why.
Thomas Shugart, a former Navy submarine commander, said it's not the first time that China has made a replica of U.S. warships or fighter aircraft. In 2021, the People's Liberation Army built a mock U.S. aircraft carrier for what the U.S. military thought was for target practice. Now the Chinese may use the replica to train AI to recognize the shape of an American destroyer.
And what to do as far as like to defend itself. So now that you know the shape of it, what would be the best strategies in order for us to defend ourselves against it? Hey, you can't get mad at them. I'm glad that we're aware of it, but for them to have it out there in the open, you guys, in the open, what is that telling you? What do you think? Huh? Okay, we fight out a boredom. I like what you say about that. Okay, together prefab ships in Iran to build and or have the ships carrying parts or build extra ships while on the water. Unbeatable, good vibes and energy. Start right here. We are the ultimate community. That's right, you guys. If you get those 300 likes, we're going to get free merch coming out to you guys. What's up, Jax, JKS, Juicy Juice, and Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. You guys in the building. I see you, Falcone. What's going on, my brother? How you doing over there, Audrey? Joe Watts, I see 55 Coffee House. Brad, Scott, let's keep on going. Adam, XX. Let's keep on moving. We got to get on over to El Paso, you guys. We got the cartels that's now using storm drains. I guess they said, why are we going to worry about digging into stuff and wasting our time since we got to do all of that work? How about we use the United States storm drains and find ways to go under their cities in order to do that? We're having trouble getting to them on the waters, right? But you know what we're going to do? Let's try to do it in the storm drains. So, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. And that's what these cartels are now doing. Let's get on over to El Paso.
So we're back with a Fox News exclusive. A rare look at how illegal migrants are entering our country from the underground. Brooke Taylor has the story on that. Good morning, Brooke.
Hi, Lawrence. Well, I know you know what it's like more than anyone to be here at the border and what goes on here. But underneath me is really this hidden world. In El Paso, they have this extensive storm drain system, but the cartel uses it to smuggle illegal migrants from Mexico into the U.S. Fox News got rare exclusive access. Take a look. We went deep underground. We climbed into the narrow storm drains with Border Patrol's elite confined space entry team. The underground maze stretches for miles beneath El Paso. Border Patrol says there are 32 entry points from the Rio Grande and hundreds of exit points throughout the city. So they described it as a game of whack-a-mole because smugglers can pop out of almost any storm drain. But agents say they use technology to detect movement underground, to monitor entry points, and position teams to intercept groups.
I think it's worth the money from all of the busts and everything that they have to put some cameras down there with AI motion detectors.
We're about a mile and a half from Mexico. It takes smugglers and illegal migrants about 45 minutes to an hour to get through here. And to give some perspective, it's hot, it's dark here, and the air quality is not great.
How about they don't care? They getting out of something that they don't want to be in, and they gonna wind up where they need to be in an hour.
With the border now closed, Border Patrol says traffic underground has changed. Instead of groups of 40 to 60 people moving through these drains, agents typically encounter about 2 to 3 at a time. And agents say that's also driving up the price. These smugglers, they're charging a premium of $20,000 to $30,000.
Damn.
It's hot.
Charging $20,000 to $30,000 to send somebody through there. And the crazy thing about it is you don't even know if they're going to wind up getting you through there. Or you know what they could be doing is sending guides out of there too. Let's keep on going, you guys, because we got to get into it. No, we're not talking about this. This is a little more serious right here, what I need you guys to pay full attention to as we double tap that screen to get those likes up. And give me all the money in your pockets right now. Give it up. I know you got something for me. Snap into a Slim Jim. Nah, but what I really would appreciate you guys to do is pick up that phone there and double tap that screen to get those likes up. And if you're really feeling appreciative, go ahead and send over the Cash App. $ BOOGOTTINYC. That's my name, by the way, you guys. You guys know that? That's my real name. That's my real rap name. BOOGOTTINYC. The whole thing. Boogotti NYC. So anytime you want to check for me, Instagram, Snapchat, all of those other, TikTok, anywhere you want to go check out your boy, it's Boogotti NYC. Let's get on over to Long Island really quickly, you guys. I want you guys to really pay attention to this one. This is a piece of trash that we're glad that he got locked up, and we really hope that he don't get out. That's right, you guys. We got a former ship's captain who pleads guilty to drill snugging a 21-year-old and the number sexually abusing her on the Merchant Marine Academy cadet on a ship. I don't know what came over him to do something like that, but he took her on the ship, gave her some concoction, 21 years old, and yeah, got what he deserved. It sucks that she had to be the person that got caught up in this web, but I'm so glad that he got caught up. Come on, you guys, let's go.
Day after a jury was selected for his trial, a former ship captain has pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a student cadet at the Merchant Marine Academy on Long Island. John Maroney left Brooklyn Federal Court in a wheelchair this
Man, he trying to act like something wrong with him. He in the wheelchair acting like he's sick. And man, get up. Soon as you go home, you're going to be walking around regular. Stop fronting.
afternoon with his attorney. The 54-year-old changed his plea to guilty on all counts, including aggravated sexual abuse. Maroney admitted to drugging the 21-year-old student without her knowledge or consent before raping her on board a ship in the middle of the ocean in 2019. The victim's attorney spoke outside court.
She was crying, and I think that, you know, we looked at each other, and, you know, we're just nodding our heads like.
He got on the, he in a wheelchair trying to get like pity from the court. Like, come on, don't come in here like that.
He admitted it.
Maroney is free on bond, and he faces up to life in prison when he's sentenced in December. A day
Good for him. I hope he get that. I hope he get exactly what they say, life in prison, and when he go back to court in December. And you see who's on the screen right now, right? Because we not letting up, especially when it come down to situations like that. First of all, let's pray for the lady and the woman to get over this situation that she's dealing with right now. Let's pray for strength. Let's pray for mental strength, and let's pray for more security and strength for her to get over this tragedy that she's been dealing with for so many years. And we're going to hope that he gets what he's supposed to get, justice due. Amen. Come on, you guys, we got to go. You see what's going on right here? We got new silence being broken from another Epstein survivor who wants to share her story in a documentary. Now, you guys, we may not play the whole thing, but what do we do over here? We try to make sure we keep up with all the new content, and we definitely not going to keep our foot off the neck of these guys when it comes down to this Jeffrey Epstein information. And can we get our unredacted emails, please? We've been waiting for now 2 extra weeks since the judge said that you're supposed to unredact them, Mr. Blanche. Thank you so much. Let's keep moving forward.
Attorney General Todd Blanche just met with Jeffrey Epstein survivors after.
So he did go meet with them, but he still has not unredacted the emails that he was supposed to unredact last Monday.
Demand by a Republican senator whose support is critical for Blanche to secure his nomination to head up the Justice Department. Blanche spent about an hour with the survivors and acknowledged he couldn't secure additional prosecutions. He couldn't guarantee or promise that. One victim, Danny Bensky, who we heard from in a recent House Oversight meeting in West Palm Beach, said it felt like a check-in-the-box exercise. And you will hear more from Bensky in a documentary I've been working on for months, reflecting on the Epstein case and 20 years since the story broke. Here's part of my conversation with a different survivor of his abuse. Her name is Ashley, and she was 15 when she met Epstein. Do you think you'll ever see justice?
I want to be hopeful, but it's really hard because it seems like at least once a week we're getting slapped in the face by like one of those revolving sticks that has like 5 hands on them. It's really hard to think that in my lifetime somebody's going to do the right thing.
We unpack that.
That's the sad thing right there, because that's the same thing that the other victims were saying, the ones that's no longer here. Sad for those victims. And yes, like I said, you guys, we're going to keep our foot on the neck and try to get as much information as we can find and keep you up to date about Jeffrey Epstein. Let's get on over to Boston. They don't say it like we do in New York. They don't say Boston. They don't say hot dog. You know what I'm saying? They say hot dog. They say Boston. Let me stop. Let's get on over to Boston, because this isn't even a funny situation. But we got to go there. Man that didn't make it out of Boston alive. Situation where he lost his life. He was powed in an apartment building. They're still trying to investigate and see what's going on with this, you guys. If you're in Boston, over by Alston, let's get into it.
Morning, Jen. This is still very much an active investigation by Boston PD. We're going to show you some pictures taken last night. This happened just after 10:30. We are at 20 Rugg Road in Alston. This is an upscale apartment building here. Investigators say they responded to a shooting just after 10:30 last night. Homicide detectives tell us one person suffered a gunshot wound here. First responders did treat that person on site and transported that victim to a local hospital, but Boston police confirmed that that victim later died. So far, police say that person has not been identified, and so far this morning, no arrests have been made. We're live in Alston. I'm Ted Wayman, WCBB, News Center 5. Morning.
I got you 55.
Yeah, this is still very-
I got you 55. I see what you're saying. That's the only content they got out here, right? It's like a whole bunch of bad craziness is going on. I get it. So let's mix it up a little bit. And that's the same thing that I was thinking. That's the same thing that I was thinking when I made up that song. Mom dummy, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy, dummy. That's right, you guys. He's a dumb dummy because he's about to do it again, and the only one that can do it the way that he does. More taxes, that's right, coming. May just be coming in the beginning of the year for New York. It looks like the ultra expensive condominium market is done because of these taxes. That's right, you guys. So if anybody had a condominium, they're getting up out of here. How my grandmother used to say it, as fast as a cat can lick his ass. He's out of here because they don't want to pay those extra taxes. And you know what? I don't say I can blame them. A lot of people want to, have an extra place, extra condominium. They may actually be renting it out. I mean, I'm not mad at people for making money. I can't hate. Every one of us would want to be rich one day. So let's not knock people that actually can afford things, is what I'm basically trying to say. That's what I'm really trying to say when I say this, you guys. So, but the only thing that goes along with this is sometimes these ultra rich people actually use those apartments to visit the city, spend money. And what does that mean? They're spending taxes in the city. And once they leave, their money leaves too. So yeah, if you want to charge more taxes, Mom Dummy, you're going to have one or two things. People that are going to go for it or people that are going to leave.
Well, welcome back. Well, the luxury real estate market in New York seeing signs of slowing following Mayor Zoran Mamdani's pied-à-terre tax going into effect. That is a surcharge on any second home worth more than $1 million. A new report from Olshan Realty finds just one 8-figure home went under contract between July 6th and the 12th. The tax went into effect July 1st. Joining me now with a breakdown is the Peoples Corporation's founder, chairman, and CEO, Don Peebles. Don, good to see you. Welcome back. Do you think it is that pied-à-terre tax that has caused people to leave New York and see a slowdown in the luxury market in New York? What are you seeing?
Absolutely. I think the pied-à-terre tax is going to destroy the ultra-luxury condominium market.
I know people hate people that got money. I know people hate people that got, I know, I'm just going to go there. People hate people that have the condominiums because you're like, oh, they're so rich and they're condominiums. They got this and they got that. I get what you're saying, but they also spend money here, got to pay taxes on those condominiums. And because of that, there's money and there's money being generated because of them. Once you, get whatever, get rid of them, now you're getting rid of everything that actually comes along with these people. Just understand that. Just understand that you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Because most people who buy upscale luxury condos have multiple homes around the country or around the world. And now the threat of additional taxes and a potential wealth tax, people are staying away from New York. And of course, you've had a major exodus, over 210,000 net migration out of New York City in the last 4 years.
No, we hate just like who cares if we tax them. You have to care if you tax them because they're taking their money and they're leaving. And you can't just be looking at it from one side unless you're just one-sided person. If you're getting taxed and you're getting taxed more and more money, you're not going to want to go to that place. I got my second home in New York. I know people that have second condominiums, and you know what? We handle their buildings. We handle their people that come stay there, short and temporary contracts and things like that. So I know what the HELL I'm talking about. If they leave, some building managers or some people may lose their jobs. How about that? Dun-dun-dun. You can't think one way. Think for everyone, not one way. It will be a lot of tax. It won't be that much tax. You're talking about taxing the richest people. Where you come from, man?
Which, for example, public school enrollment's down 120,000 students within that same time period. So what's happening is people are fleeing to more business-friendly, better tax environments, and also higher quality of life. And that's why I say Florida is prospering, for example. It's a big beneficiary of what's happening in New York. And now they're going to run more and more people out of New York City.
Yeah, and it's Florida, it's Texas, those states with no state income tax are really benefiting from this. Don, a report from the Citizen Budget.
Yeah, because everybody's leaving New York and they're going to those other states, and all of those other states are benefiting because of the tax breaks, and they're opening up their businesses down there. There's more people getting business and more people getting jobs. But okay, we can agree to disagree. I said my point and why I feel as if it's not a good thing. And another thing, I don't feel that it's right to treat people a certain way bad or look down on people or try to alienate them or You know, I don't treat people bad or try to, I mean, I'm not rich myself, but just because somebody actually has, I don't look to that person to try to take their money. I don't hate on them because they're rich. I don't do that. I actually look at them for the benefits that they actually bring. Property owner, taxing, they may have employees. You got to think of all of the tentacles that go along with these situations. Let's keep on moving forward, but you know what I'm happy about? That we're having a good conversation about it and we're all on the same topic. How about that? Let's get on over to South Florida, you guys. But you know where? Nowhere to run to, baby. I'm going to just say it. Nowhere to hide. That's right, you guys, because this case goes back to 2021. He can run, but we can find him. Nearly 5 years later in Florida, police make an arrest on a case that goes back to 2021.
Nearly 5 years after police say a man shot and killed a Miami business owner right in front of his business, police arrested him in the Orlando area earlier today. NBC6's Nico Clemens joins us live from Miami. Nico, we heard from the victim's son at the time, and you spoke with him again today. What did he tell you?
Well, it's an emotional day for him. He is...
I ain't doing Dallas-Fort Worth again 55. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Dallas-Fort Worth got the same taxes. In certain places, the rent is even crazier. And the jobs is not really, you know, prevalent down there as well.
Day for him. He is grateful, though. He and the family, they are grateful that police made an arrest. He says it's been tough over the last several years. Every time he passes the business, he has those painful memories, but they are grateful for the arrest.
That's fine. First aid.
Answered plea.
The family is going to get some closure.
Almost 5 years after police say Edgar Olivas shot and killed Walter Castaneda in Miami's Little Havana neighborhood, police in Orlando found and arrested Olivas Friday. Castaneda's son told NBC6 over the phone Friday, "This is great news."
This is a case that goes back to October 1st of 2021.
2021.
I just don't understand why these people destroyed his life.
Police say Castaneda, who was the owner of a Boost Mobile, was closing his store when Olivas walked up behind him and robbed him at gunpoint. Police say when Olivas ran, Castaneda started shooting at Olivas, and Olivas shot back, killing the 62-year-old.
Heavy.
NBC6 talked with Castaneda's son after the murder. He made this emotional plea at the time.
We need to find this person, no matter what. He can run, but I mean, we'll find him.
Nearly 5 years later, the search for the man who police say killed his father is over.
Even though this is a case that was 4 years old, they never stopped working the case.
Castaneda was carrying a bag of money, that's what the family says, and that's what he was robbed of. The suspect is in jail without a bond to get out. Nico Clemens, NBC6 News.
And you better have that credit right. You better have that credit right out there, Lisa, because they're not playing about getting in them apartment complexes if you're trying to rent something. Your credit better be right out there. Want to pray. You know how we do it over here? Yes, it was years ago. But we want to pray for the final closure for the family, that they get final closure because of situations like this. We want to pray for the soul of the father who lost his life, and we want to pray that they get strength to get through this now that they got the closure that they need. Hopefully, they go ahead and get through the sentencing, go to court, and now they can get some closure and some strength to move forward with their family through a terrible tragedy, and they finally got the person that did this to their family member. Thank you, Father God. Amen. Yeah, they're gonna feel much better once he gets sentenced. Another situation over in Miami-Dade. This one, I can't even call her a daughter or a caregiver. That's the kind of name that they're trying to put on this person. I know somebody very close in my family that did something just like this to their own mother. Why do people do things like this, you guys? I have a question for you guys. It seems as if once people get older, you may have like a niece or like a nephew or even a daughter or a son that just starts taking advantage of their mom or their elderly grandparent. What's up with that? I don't understand where they get I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Because if you really think about it, you're going to get blessed with more by taking care of them than doing anything else. That's how I looked at it, especially when my mom was sick or any other elderly person that I took care of. because I actually have a thing for taking care of elderly people. So when I see things like this, it really bothers me. I learned a lot from elderly people. They got a lot of calm, attention dependent, and even if they got attitudes, a lot of them have good character, and they'll show you things that you actually don't notice. So yeah, I like older people, and I've been guided by a lot of elderly people. You'll learn a lot. Sad part about it is when they get to a stage where they're dependent on their caregiver and the caregiver starts to take advantage of them, that's the point that I'm talking about. Here we have what they're calling her daughter slash caregiver who's been arrested, locked up, and I don't know if she's getting out because she just stole $24,000 from her mother, and all she did was go back and forth to the casino and play with the money. So you know what was going to happen if it was inheritance. So she wound up stealing it from her piece by piece and going to the casino of all places. Come on, you guys. Come on. I don't understand why they do this. Yes, it's simple greed. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Let's go.
An alerted woman who was supposed to take care of her mother with Alzheimer's is behind bars after investigators say she stole tens of thousands of dollars from her.
And once she got her hands on the cash, deputies allege she went straight to a casino. Local Test Sergeant Kelly in West Miami-Dade with the latest on this case.
Detectives say this case is not just about the money, but it's about who was allegedly taken advantage of. This caretaker, accused of stealing more than $20,000 from an elderly patient with Alzheimer's and then blowing it at several local casinos. That suspect revealing in court today the victim is her own mother.
Ma'am, you were arrested for exploitation of an elderly or disabled person.
65-year-old Charlotte Butler appearing in bond court this morning, accused of stealing thousands of dollars from her elderly mother.
65 years old, stealing money from her elderly mother. You see this? Do you see this, Scooter? I'm talking about some people just, oh my God. What's up, MOP? You see this one right here? MOP, she's 65 years old, and she stole $24,000 from her mom's, who's 70, like 80 something, almost like 79, probably 80 years old, right? With Alzheimer's. You know what she did with the money? She went to the casino and was spending the money in the casino.
Who suffers from Alzheimer's and using it to gamble at several South Florida casinos. Detectives say Butler was her mother's primary caregiver and was given access to her bank account to help manage her finances. But according to her arrest report, Butler used that access for her own benefit. Investigators say Butler admitted she withdrew approximately $24,070 from her account for gambling. Detectives say subpoenaed bank records show frequent cash withdrawals at local casinos, often several times in the same day.
So she was taking the money out of the bank account while she was at the casino, often in the same day, meaning she kept on losing. So she kept on going back to the ATM in the casino, spending up her mother's life savings in the casino.
The arrest report also says casino player records matched many of those withdrawals, corroborating that the victim's funds were used by the defendant for personal gambling activities.
So she took money from the victim she was caring for to pay for gambling, and she was living rent-free at the victim's house.
Butler now charged with elderly exploitation, the judge ordering she have no contact with her mother.
Yeah, somebody said they don't care about the fact that she stole it from her mother. They care about the fact that she stole it from the insurance company. Listen to the playback. I heard that too. I heard that.
Her bond set at $5,000.
You understand the stay away order?
Yes, I do. I haven't seen my mom in 5 years anyway.
That's your mom?
Yes.
She says, I haven't seen my mom in 5 years anyway. So how did you do this? Like, what's going on here? And is that her sister and brother down there on that screen down there? Or any other family member? Or they waiting for their next case? Because if that was family, I know oh.
Years anyway.
That's your mom?
Yes.
The victim?
Yes.
And Butler was later booked here into TGK. We did, by the way, stop by the victim's home today, but her family had no comment. That's the latest outside TGK in West Miami-Dade. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
Oh boy, man. Some people just can't get lower. That's low, one of the lowest of the low. My mother used to be on some stuff. She'd be like, come here, boy. She used to be like, everybody else, she would never mess with them like that. I don't care who it was. If I ain't had nowhere to stay, she'd give me the key. I was the only one that had the key to my mom's crib. What? My nephew's coming in, she'll give him the card to go get a sandwich. You know what she say? Bring me back a receipt after you go get that sandwich. My mother was not playing. If you're going to use her debit card, bring me back a receipt. I want to see it. I want to see it. And I'm going to check my card too. Because don't try to think you're going to use that card more than one time. My mother was on it in her 60s too. You got to be on it, you guys. You got to be out there playing. Yeah, look at that. I'm tired about that too. I want to pray for Audrey right now because Audrey's not feeling too good, you guys. We got to put those prayers in the air for our sister over here because we want to ask God for those healing hands right now. All that we can do right now is get together because there is power in numbers, especially when it comes down to prayer. Something said that Audrey needed some prayer. I heard that she wasn't feeling well today. I heard you're feeling really hot right now. All we can do is ask the Lord to please step in and give our sister some love and some comfort. And I'm praying that you get through this time right now. And I'm so happy that you're still here with us. And hopefully you know that we love and support you here at Our Bottom Line. Everybody here. Amen. Come on, Audrey. You can do it. I hope you feel better. Let's go. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. We got to get on over to California. Knows how to party, knows how to party. LA, let's get on over here. We got a pursuit where a suspect leads authorities, oh my God, onto a beach. I think this is the one where they take, oh yeah, he goes onto the beach and jumps into the water. Yesterday, we saw another thunderant jump into the bayou where some alligators was at, right? And get in there and start swimming all around. Now, these guys got a little smarter. He runs in, and you know who they send after him? The lifeguards. It gets so funny to the point where the lifeguards are just laying on their surfboards waiting for him to get tired. So he runs away from the police, jumps in a car, goes all the way to the beach, jumps out of the car and jumps into the ocean thinking he's gonna get away. Yeah, you guys, come on, let's get it.
Beach, and we are pretty good distance off the shore. I'll show you here in just a second. The two lifeguards, they're there to apprehend, save, get that suspect out of the water. Clearly the guy in the middle there with the blue shirt and no pants is the suspect. Started out as a foot pursuit as we understand it, and it was a warrant suspect.
He has no pants on, by the way. And it's funny, but he's just over there like trying to wade in the water to stay afloat. Look.
We're not going to miss anything, I promise you. They've been here for quite a few minutes. I'll give you an idea how far offshore this suspect is. Take a look at that. All that distance, and believe me, he swam that whole thing. That's the parking lot where the foot pursuit was and where that suspect got into the water. LAPD, they're still there. The lifeguards there as well. They've got a little staging area waiting to take that suspect into custody. Not sure exactly how the whole pursuit started, but it really doesn't make any difference. Right now, it is all about getting that guy out of the water safely. We do see he's definitely communicating. He's talking to the lifeguards. The lifeguards are there all kind of chatting it up down there. But right now, they're there to just kind of keep an eye on him. He's a pretty good swimmer. I have to admit that. The lifeguards, one of them is like they're just biding their time. Eventually, he's...
You're not going to believe this, but I literally think one of them lifeguards is taking a nap or trying to get a suntan. You're not going... I'm telling you, watch this. I'm telling you, unbelievable good vibes and energy start right here. We're the ultimate community, guys. Come on, double tap that screen and get those likes up. I see we made it to 100, but if you guys can get 300, boy, oh boy, we got some merch coming out to you today in the form of, boom, Our Bottom Line keychains. Boom, Our Bottom Line decals. That's right, you guys, 12 pieces. All you got to do is get those likes up to 300. That's right, 300. Email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com and get your free merch. That's right. Let me know where to send it to. Watch the lifeguard on this side. He's going to look like he's going to sleep, laying on top of the surfboard, literally catching a nap. Watch this.
He's going to have to ask for help, and when that happens, they'll rescue him, take him into custody, and bring him to shore. But right now, what an interesting morning it is this Thursday here in Los Angeles. This one happening at the Will Rogers Beach. Sending it back to you all in the studio.
Unorthodox, to say the least.
Only in LA.
Yeah, only in LA, right? Listen, people have swum.
Absolutely no pants on. Y'all see this, right? Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's get it. It's Purple Sunday, you guys. I know we can get those likes up because we got a lot more to get up to. We got a lot more to get into. Let's get it. We got to get on over to It Never Rains in Southern Colorado. Yes, it does, Boogotti. What you talking about? It never rains in Southern California. Probably not Southern Colorado. Y'all saw that, right? Hey, I ain't getting in no trouble. I ain't getting in no trouble for him doing, what they call that, you guys, when you go in there, or when you go in there naked? What they call that when you're skinny dipping? He was half a skinny dipping. Ain't my fault. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. They said, you know what also they said? I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to touch me, especially no males jumping in here trying to get me out of this water while my worm is swinging around. Better be careful of sharks. Just keep on going, you guys. They're going to think it's a worm. Let's go and keep on going. Like, you got to work over here. Let's get on over to Colorado, where a man is suing a hospital who says he was switched like 3-card Monty at birth. Do you guys think that you should be able to sue the hospital if you find out that you were switched at birth? I want to know from you. If you think that you could sue the hospital and they should be sued for damages, there we go. Thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up right now. Let me know if you think that those hospitals should be sued for damages if you get switched at birth. I really need to see those thumbs because that's the way that we count them. So everybody's saying yes, please find the emoji. Let's get those thumbs up or thumbs down. You don't want to sue them. You're just glad that you found your family. That's right, you guys. That's for all of the people that don't think that they should sue the hospital for whatever the case may be. I'll read whatever you guys have to say. But if somebody switched you at birth at the hospital, do you think that the hospital should be liable? Let's go. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
A Southern Colorado man says he was switched at birth.
And now
Somebody said sue everybody.
The man who says he was switched with and their parents are suing the hospital in North Dakota where they were born. Rachel Ramsey is here to explain. Rachel, this man tells you the revelation started on Ancestry.com.
Yes, that's where Jeremy Morrison says his aunt gave her DNA in the hopes of learning about her estranged half-sister.
He was the only one that was blonde in the family, though.
And considering that Morrison is her only nephew, you can imagine her surprise when the website told her she had a nephew by the name of Kyle Boleyn. And after some digging, Morrison got a call with some news.
Me and both my biological parents.
When you feel like you don't fit in, being switched at birth is probably not your first thought.
I never would have guessed.
But Jeremy Morrison says he has always felt different from his family.
But I didn't have anyone that looked like me in my family. I was that blonde-haired kid that stood out in a family full of brown-haired people.
And 2 years ago, at 36 years old, he finally found out why he felt that way when
We got the DNA test back.
Morrison says that test showed his parents were not actually his parents.
Scooter Ginger says happened to my ex-wife when she was born.
It was really emotional.
I'm adopted, so I felt different from a family, LOL, Jennifer. But I guess they still loved you, didn't they? God bless you, Jennifer. What else? If my real parents were nice and rich and my fake parents were abusive, a-holes, okay.
Both me and
Depends,
my dad.
right? I got you.
Morrison says the man he was switched at birth with, Kyle Boleyn, was born just hours apart from him on January 26, 1988, at the same hospital in Grafton, North Dakota.
I believe we were the only babies born that day. They can't figure out which baby is which.
Morrison and Boleyn, along with their parents, are suing Unity Medical Center. Records show the hospital denies all allegations, and it tells me these births happened decades ago, and none of the same people work there anymore. Adding, quote, while we deeply sympathize with the men and their families, we have found no evidence to support claims that Unity Medical Center or its staff were responsible for what occurred.
Or I see what you're saying, Cat Daddy. Reminds me of the scene in Power where the boy found out that it was his mom, not his auntie. How about the scene where Paulie Walnuts found out that his aunt was his mom's and his mom's was his aunt? Remember Paulie Walnuts in Sopranos?
I'm O negative and both my parents are A positive. So they could have figured that out right away with an easy, simple blood test. But we don't even do that. That's me and my older brother that I never knew I had.
Morrison says he is spreading awareness so people know this can happen.
If you feel like you look different than everyone else, there might be a reason for it.
Both sets of parents have met their biological sons, but the two men have not met each other yet. Morrison's attorney tells me the lawsuit was made public just the other week, and we will keep you updated on how this progresses. Back to you.
That's right, you guys. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up. I'm trying to help you guys get some merch out there today. We got a lot to get rid of. I'm trying to share some love with you guys. That's right. We got keychains coming out if you guys can do it. That's right. If you can get up to 300 likes this Purple Sunday, I'm going to be sending out 6 of the Our Bottom Line. Boom! That's right. There you go. Signature keychains. Also, you're going to be getting 6 of the Our Bottom Line signature decals. That's right. 12 pieces right there. Let's go. You know I'll be giving it up too. I don't just go one-sided. Let's go ahead and get those likes up, you guys. Let's get them up so you guys can get some free merch today. How are we going to get it, Boogotti? All you got to do is email me an address to where? bridgethisllc at gmail.com. Also, if you're feeling nice, if you want to show some love, $ Boogotti NYC, all O's, Boogotti NYC. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Now we got an officials that's battling widespread credit card skimming scams. And now that we got the FIFA, we just came over the 250th. All of these parties and events going on through the weekend. What do you guys need to be doing? That's right. Being careful with your credit cards because these skimming machines are out here and they're putting them in real quick because there's crowds and it can happen right there in front of you.
From World Cup crowds to America 250 celebrations, millions of people are expected to pack streets, airports, and tourist hotspots across the country. And investigators say so are the scammers.
It's just huge fraud. It's worldwide. It's an epidemic.
Secret Service Special Agent Matt McCool is leading the operation to fight these crimes and protect your personal data.
Do these moments when there's just a lot of tourism, a lot of activity, is that when these scammers go on the offense?
Absolutely. And there's going to be over 1.2 million estimated tourists coming in for the FIFA World Cup, right? And then billions of dollars of money. So they're taking advantage of that.
You got to be careful with these stores. You got to be careful with tapping, like because somebody get close to your wallet. If your wallet is not in a secure wallet, somebody can actually put a number on the tapper, boom, put it right back next to your credit card, and boom, they got you. Guys got to be careful out there.
An uptick, we're seeing it.
In a recent 3-day operation with the NYPD, the Secret Service says they recovered 35 credit card skimming devices, preventing an estimated $36.5 million in fraud losses.
Investigators say ATMs just like this one, or even checkout terminals inside stores, can be fitted with these skimming devices in just seconds.
I got caught with one of those, but lucky the Chase caught it. I took out 100, but then somebody came right behind me and hit it for 200. And then a fraud thing popped up. Chase asked me if it was me. I said no. They gave me the dough back and they dealt with it. That's the only reason why I do deal with Chase and certain banks. Got to be careful out there, you guys.
Attached with nothing more than some strong double-sided tape.
If you see something that looks just a little off, if something's crooked, if something's scratched.
But sometimes we don't look for that stuff. We be in a rush. We need to get the money to pay for something, for parking, for this, for that. And even the tap thing, they got something for that now too.
Don't use that one.
Cybersecurity experts say large crowds can also create opportunities for newer digital payment scams, including something known as ghost tapping.
Ghost tapping is a form of contactless fraud where someone attempts to initiate a tap and pay transaction without your approval. So think of it as modern day pickpocketing.
Scammers can carry a portable payment reader hidden in a bag or a pocket. And
it don't gotta be in no bag or no pocket. It could be on their phone. They could be like, all right, I'm gonna charge this dude $200. As soon as they walk by your back pocket, bing, 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 and see who they get. And if it's on a hooked up phone that's already messed up and linked to an account that already scamming, they already legit. All they gotta do is transfer the dough. Be careful about the ghost tapping.
if your phone isn't protected properly without things like Face ID or a password, they can attempt to initiate a contactless payment without your approval. Experts say, stay aware, store cards in an RFID blocking wallet, set up Face ID, and sign up for transaction alerts.
So every time there's a transaction, you get alerted. Put up RFID, make sure that you got the type of wallet where you can block that, what we just talked about. It's important, you guys. Spend a little money on your wallet to protect your stash. Think about it like that. Look at that. Somebody just got their money back from Facebook. Jack Welch says, buy nothing from Facebook. Just got my $320 put back on my account. Jack, how about this? We just glad you got your money back, bro. I don't blame you. Thank you so much, and thanks for the warning. Look, that's what I'm talking about. When you get real people that can tell you real stuff that's going on, priceless, so that we don't have to deal with it. I'm not messing with them at all either. I don't even put my information on these sites.
As scammers continue to evolve their tactics, so too does the mission to stop it.
What is your message to the criminals out there that are conducting these scams?
We're on to you. We're going to find you. We're going to arrest you. And we're going to hold you accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to Chicago. Is Chicago's laws like New York? Because I don't understand how somebody can still nab somebody and somebody pow them and the person that pow them get locked up. I thought that was self-defense. Come on, you guys, let's get on over to Chicago and see what's going on over here. This is crazy.
Out of Inglewood, a man is dead after police say he stabbed a woman and was shot in a domestic-related incident. This happened last night on West Marquette Road. You're looking at citizen video of the scene. A 22-year-old woman and a 38-year-old man were inside of a home when an argument broke out. Investigators say the man stabbed the woman in the stomach and pulled her outside. Another woman was nearby, used a gun to shoot the man in the chest. He was taken to a hospital where he died. The other woman was arrested. Charges are pending.
For what? That sounds like self-defense to me. I don't understand it. Just like Bernard Goetz had to go to court so much times for all that back and forth crap. Get out of here with that, man. So you want me to be the one to get caught up? And for them to be going back and forth to court for my not being here case? No, thank you. How about I defend myself first? That's when it really comes down to, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. There you go. Dead serious about that one, you guys. Hey, do what you got to do. Sending prayers up to the loss of life, you guys, right there. I'm not playing with that at all. If it was me, I'd have did the same thing. But check this out. Hey, you got to defend yourself out there. And she got still nabbed. I'm hoping that she doesn't have to go through any major arteries or anything like that when it comes down to surgeries. We're praying for a 100% recovery, and we will be following up this story to see where it leads us to. Praying for all of the victims out there. Be careful out there in those streets of New York and all of these cities, you guys. Be careful. Amen. Also, let's get on over to New York, and if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you, New York, New York. And I guess this was coming. We knew that it was coming sooner or later, you guys. We heard about it, and I felt really sorry to report this story when it happened. There was a beautiful grandmother who came in early, came down to New York, into the city to clean up, to do some office cleaning work. That's right. She got there at about 5 o'clock in the morning, came into the city, parked her car in Times Square area, stepped into a manhole, fell inside of this manhole where she lost her life. Tragic loss of life, as it wasn't quick. It was very painful, as she was heard suffering and screaming in that manhole. So this is a tragedy. It just had to be something had to happen about it. And what's happening now is Con Edison is now being sued over this fatal situation for this uncovered manhole, where the family is saying that they knew about this, and even if they didn't know about it, they should have measures in play where people can't just fall into manholes. They should not be unsecured. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up.
The lawsuit filed on behalf of Donique Gokaz alleges Con Edison possessed knowledge that its manhole covers could become dislodged by things including heavy vehicles. It goes on to further say that the company failed to ensure the manhole was properly sealed. On May 18th, 56-year-old Donique Gokaz parked her car in Midtown Manhattan near the manhole around East 52nd and 5th Avenue. When she stepped out of the car, she fell into the uncovered manhole. An autopsy showed Gokaz suffered scald burns, inhalation, thermal injuries, and blunt force trauma. The lawsuit says that from within the hole, she was heard screaming, "I'm dying, I'm dying." Officers found her unresponsive. She was pronounced dead at a local hospital. A Con Edison spokesperson said surveillance video appears to show the cover of the manhole was uncovered by a multi-axle truck that drove over it 12 minutes before GoCause parked her car. In response to the lawsuit, Con Edison said they extend their condolences to the family and loved ones of the deceased, but because the matter is pending litigation, they cannot comment on specific allegations or legal proceedings. News 12 reached out to the law firm representing GoCause's estate, but they were not available. In Yonkers, Westchester County, Lauren Daval, News 12.
Let's go, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. What, you didn't think that Boogotti could double task? I just got rid of one just now. Remember that? Boom! Bang! That's right, you guys. I don't play when it come down to getting them out of here. They call me Lion-O. I'm the leader of the Thundercats. Thundercats! Ho! That's right, you guys. Don't think that I can't go against Wily Kit, Wily Cat, or Panthro, or Tigra, or even Chitara. Even if they're not here right now, I gotta still do what I gotta do. They may have stepped away for a little while. Sometimes mods need to do that, but I still have the Sword of Omens, and I can still get you out here for acting stupid. So let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen, because we gotta get on over to Miami-Dade, where a doctor is ordered to stop practicing after another woman, you guys, another woman lost her life. Let's keep on moving forward, double tap that screen, get those likes up, and if you are trying to get this merch, all you gotta do is get up to 300 likes. You're gonna be seeing 6 Our Bottom Line decal keychains and 6 Our Bottom Line decals. We're trying to get up to 300 likes. Let's get it, you guys, let's go.
A medical doctor accused of giving a woman a drug cocktail during a heart protocol.
We got all these cocktails coming through. With the little girl yesterday, gave her a drug cocktail that was double the milligrams for an adult that would have still put an adult down. They gave to a 4-year-old. This is that fentanyl that we thought was, what do they call that? The herbologist. The stupid, I don't care, you call me what you want. The stupid idiot that just kept on waving his hands like this, acting like he was doing something in the video. Y'all remember him. The one that gave that lady that toxic, all that different DZX and all of the crazy stuff to try to make her trip out. This is the case that we talking about over here. I guess they cut his hair since he in jail, still trying to take the wrong type of pictures while he in there.
Ceremony has been barred from practicing medicine as his criminal case moves forward.
Good.
This week, Miami-Dade State Attorney.
Y'all remember him? Stupid swinging his arms, dumb fool that gave that lady that stuff that killed her.
Attorneys charged Dr. Samuel Lee with manslaughter after police say he organized a ceremony at a Miami Beach wellness house that ended with the death of Tina Sodhi. Investigators say Sodhi was given a cocktail of drugs that included ketamine, MDMA, and the psychedelic DMT. According to the arrest report, Lee also directed her to take a parasite cleanser before spending time in a sauna. Prosecutors say the combination caused severe dehydration.
I mean, what, did you have it out for her? 3 different things plus make her sit in the sauna? It seemed like he was trying to take over her mind and make her feel like he was doing more than he really was. Why are you giving her so much mind tripping stuff and de-rug stuff more than like really helping her? Last we heard from you, you was talking about plants. And you don't stop working with the plant until the plant tells you. What type of plant are you working with this?
Leading to her death. On Friday, a judge ordered Lee, who remains out
look.
some video from him, and not to provide
Right in
any
his
medical,
back.
psychological, or psychiatric care to
Swinging his arms like he gonna do something fake Tonga kid. I would have slapped this. Get out of here. Giving people nonsense like that, acting like he doing something.
anyone while his case is pending. The judge also ordered him to surrender passports as well. Florida Department of Health records show his medical license is now listed as delinquent. He also is licensed to practice in Texas, where the state medical board temporarily suspended his license, citing this case. Lee has pled not guilty and is awaiting his trial, and his attorney declined to comment. Medical doctor.
Like, yo, what you in here for? Oh yeah, for real. You the one that was swinging your arms and doing that fake Tonga kid stuff, right? Huh? Whoop, whap. Yeah, ooh, he need his ass. While he in there, he need to get towed up. Somebody need to tear him up. Because he's still not understanding what he did. He think it's cool. Look at this. This is him in jail, y'all. He think he's still good. This is him. He need his ass whooped, I'm telling you. He need the whoop whap, because he can't fight. All he doing is just stupid swinging his arm stuff. Getting and hurting people, giving them all types of toxic stuff to try to act like you doing something. Oh yeah, well, you know, I study the plants and I don't stop studying the plant until the plant tells me. Yeah, okay, what's up with all them psychedelics trying to trick people? Get the hell out of here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. She need a family. She need a brother that go in there and just tear his ass up, straight up and down. Temporarily suspended is that? Nah, they need to keep his license, whatever they gave him. And whoever gave him that license need to be investigated too. Let's keep on going, you guys, because Snap, they're not playing. They're getting their chips now. Don't say this, don't say that, change your lyrics. Everybody's a critic. Remember, Snap is getting kind of hectic. I'm not talking about that kind of Snap. I'm talking about that ODB. I'm talking about that food stamp card that ODB had on that CD cover that time. Remember ODB? He had the food stamp card on his CD cover. How many of you people remember that old dirty bastard had the food stamp CD cover? Well, guess what? We're not going back to those times, but they putting chips on the food stamp cards for you guys now. So whoever getting those food stamp cards and the SNAP cards, hey man, I guess because of all of the theft, they got to step it up and put those RF chips on those cards now.
Years, criminals have targeted SNAP recipients by installing illegal skimming devices that can steal their card information and benefits before they even get a chance to use them. Well, now, new security upgrades are on the way. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the state has finalized a contract to begin issuing chip-enabled EBT cards starting in early 2027. The new cards will use the same chip technology found in most debit and credit cards, making them much harder for criminals to copy through skimming devices. State officials say roughly 2 million new cards will be distributed to SNAP and public assistance recipients. New York is one of only a handful of states making the switch. The announcement comes after the federal government stopped funding replacement SNAP benefits for victims of thefts at the end of 2024. Leaving many families unable to recover stolen money. In the meantime, officials are encouraging recipients to use the EBT Edge app to freeze their card when it's not in use and to avoid sharing their EBT information over phone calls, text, or emails.
So, Old Dirty, what do you plan on doing for the children? Oh, me? Nothing. Yo, Old Dirty, what you plan on doing for the children? Oh, me? Nothing. Hey, Dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I say, hey, you give me your number, I'll call you up. You act like your pussy don't interrupt. I ain't got no problem with me not fucking you. I just got a problem with me not fucking you. Baby, you know I'm gonna take care of you, cause you say you got my baby and you know it ain't true. Shout out to ODB. Hey, Dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I say, hey. That was a banger too, but don't forget the me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Old dirty dog, no liar. Make your fantasy hot like fire. Let's go to Michigan, y'all. Come on, we got to get on over to Kalamazoo. We got more news to report. We got a sheriff deputy that was powed by a suspect who stole his car, then let them on a high-speed chase through the county before he wound up crashing the cruiser. Man, he would have gotten in trouble for that one. Let's go, you guys. Let's see what's going on over here. We got to turn up. We got more. Let's go.
It's News Channel 3, live at 5.
We continue to learn more tonight after a Kalamazoo County deputy is shot and a suspect is arrested after a high-speed chase through Kalamazoo County.
I would have been so embarrassed to get my cruiser taken.
New video shows police tracking down the suspect, and we're also learning more about the man now behind bars. Thank you so much for joining us on News Channel 3 Live at 5. I'm Jessica Harthorn. This all started just before 9 o'clock this morning. Deputies responded to Richland Township for a report of a larceny from a vehicle. And that's when deputies say a shooting happened on AB Avenue. Deputies say the shooter then stole the deputy's car and led officers on a chase across the county.
Straight grand theft auto move. Normally you get pulled over, that's it. Got you. He like, nah, I'm gonna try to get up out of here, even if I gotta steal a deputy's car. Straight up grand theft auto move.
That ended right next to the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office. We have live team coverage tonight on this developing story. Auto Picture is in Kalamazoo, where this chase finally came to an end. But first, we begin with Tyler Brummett, who is in Richland Township tonight, where this incident first started. Tyler, what have you learned so far?
Yeah, Jess, you know, it's been more than 8 hours since this all began. As you can see here behind me on East AB Avenue, it is much quiet now. I talked earlier today with Kalamazoo County Prosecuting Attorney Jeff Getting. He says his office expects to receive the case tomorrow so they can decide what charges to file.
Seattle. What's up, Seattle?
This is, you know, a very difficult situation for the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department.
Kalamazoo County Prosecuting Attorney Jeff Getting says he's stunned after a Kalamazoo County deputy was shot Friday morning. This all began just before 9 when deputies were called to East AB Avenue near M43. Investigators say a suspect was trying to steal from a business. A deputy was shot while trying to stop that suspect.
There are multiple police agencies that are currently involved in the investigation.
The deputy was taken to the hospital in Plainwell and then to another hospital. At last check, that deputy is in stable condition.
Good.
We will work with those law enforcement agencies and hopefully be able to make decisions regarding charges tomorrow so that the suspect can be arraigned.
Yeah, we're just happy that the deputy is okay and that he's out of the woods. Yes, you guys, they said he got pow, but we want to pray and hope for speedy recovery. And come on, man, don't be out here letting them steal your cruiser like that. Hope they keep him on the force and he learns from that and gets much better and becomes a really good decorated deputy. Amen, you guys. Let's keep moving forward because you know how we do it over here. Some from the chalice. Take a hit from the chalice, then the sin sea. That's the only place that I really wanna be. This goes out to all of my 420 friendly people that's living out there in Ohio. I hope you guys are happy because guess what? Happy, that means you guys, you know what you're about to get, right? That means you're about to get your local dispensaries are now open. They're open for business as long as the business is what they got to do right now. They're saying that the government stepped in and opened up the dispensaries in Ohio, you guys. So all of you guys that like to indulge in 420 gummies and everything else, come on, let's see what's going on with these local dispensaries.
Well, several local businesses are back open thanks to a court ruling in Northwest Ohio. A judge's order has cleared the way for the sale of hemp products in Ohio for now.
For now, you guys can go get those hemp products.
And there are some new rules associated with the order. 2 News reporter Kayla Ferris joins us live in the studio to break down the changes.
Lauren, when I went to Best Buds in Trotwood today, there were multiple customers who heard...
Now, I'm not trying to get in trouble for showing you guys Best Buds. Just know that it's open in Ohio. We're going to play as much as we can because you know what they're about to start doing right now, right? I got to protect the channel. You know what I'm saying? If they start showing some buds and some crazy stuff, we're going to have to kick a rock for a block.
Their doors were back open and they had their wallets ready, but the shelves are still bare as the lawsuit in federal court tied to the new Ohio law gets more and more complex.
They always be packed in here. Everybody come here.
That is not an exaggeration.
Jesus Christ, they got a line outside the door. You think people in Ohio may be happy?
This video is from almost 4 months ago when local business Best Buds Depot was forced to close its doors and gave away hundreds of dollars in products. Assistant manager Adam Seaton says even though they had nothing to sell, customers impatiently waited for them to reopen.
Even though the store's empty, they'll just stand in the parking lot all day. Then they'll just bang on the windows, knock on the doors. They don't want to believe it in their heart.
Jesus Christ, man. You got loyal customers out there, man. Might need to give you an idea what kind of business you guys would need to open up. Brian says Ohio was waiting for this. They're very happy. I'm stealing that. Kick a rock for a block. Oh, yeah, that's what I always tell them. Kick a rock for a block. But I also tell them to take off his socks, too, to make sure it scratches on the ground while you try to kick it. Get a little bit of that scrape on there. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Ohio, go ahead and put it in the air, you guys. Put it in the air. Let's get on over to Orlando. We got another situation. Matter of fact, I don't think that some people know. We just got some new people that stepped in and they have not been informed of what we up to over here. We're going to be giving away some merch today, you guys, but that's only if we can get up to 300 likes. we're going to be giving away 6 of the Our Bottom Line Purple Sunday keychains. Also, Our Bottom Line's Purple Sunday decals. Put this on your coffee mug, on your planter, on your bike. I don't know, wherever you want to put it, but send some photos in and we'll put it in the Discord. Also, I've seen a lot of other family members put these on their dog collars, so many different places like keychains and things. We love to see those images and we love to see your babies, your fur babies wearing them. So yes, if you guys want to go ahead and send in some stuff to Our Bottom Line's Discord, go ahead and do that as well. And if you want to try to get the merch, all we got to do is get 300 likes today for 12 people inside of the chat that's going to be receiving Our Bottom Line decal or Our Bottom Line keychains. All you got to do is email me, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Let's get on over to St. Louis. Marcus May lost his mother. Yeah, this is the sad situation of the follow-up of the 15-year-old girl who went on a spree with her boyfriend or estranged lover. She even lured her grandmother inside of the home so that the brother could pop out and pow the grandmother. Notice how I have trouble saying things like that, especially when it comes down to those sentences. Not only that, but something even worse is what they did. Instead of them using the facial recognition, they literally detached their own grandmother's thumb and kept it inside of the console in order to access her bank monetary. Gruesome situation, and we're lucky that they've been arrested. This is a follow-up to that story in St. Louis, you guys. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. This is Our Bottom Line. We're doing a follow-up on the Orange County story.
Back in jail tonight, accused of robbing 2 rideshare drivers at gunpoint.
That's not the one right there. Let's get that. Wait a minute. We got to get to this one. Where's that? There we go. Here we go.
Father of the teen girl accused of killing her own family in East St. Louis sits down with Fox 2 today. Marcus May made brief statements shortly after the weekend killings, offering no excuse for his daughter's alleged actions. And now he's talking with Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes to go deeper into this. Chris.
Marcus May lost his mother and sister during a killing spree that prosecutors say involved his own 15-year-old daughter. He sat down with us inside his mother's home. Marcus May's sister, Cherie, was the first killed, then May's nephew, Devin, and May's mom, Patricia.
Wow. Because she didn't deserve any of this. My mom ultimately died because of her love.
Patricia and Devin went to check on Cherie. Police say May's daughter was inside Cherie's home with her teen boyfriend, both reportedly runaways who family was trying to help.
Due to the fact that was her grandbaby, she went to try to save and see if she could save. And
see what happens? I keep telling you guys, when they already out there, when they already got mental issues. How many times I've been saying this, Liberty? I got to call this out. Scooter, I don't know if you heard me say it. Brian, you probably heard me say it. Colessive, I know you heard me say it. Leave their ass alone once they start acting up, especially once you got to call the police on them. All of that, oh, but I love them. That's my family member. See what happens? Rob Reiner, we talk about this all the time. I hate reporting these stories.
To get took out like that is like, wow.
The teens allegedly cut off Grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh, my mom was 70-some years old. She just got the iPhone. She barely knew how to work the lock on the front door, let alone doing fingerprinting for an iPhone.
As May thinks about his own daughter arrested.
She looked just like me. That was my only child. So yeah, that none of this comes easy.
He says he and his family were working hard to save her.
To look back at all the lies she told, like to sit down and talk to your child and be like, are you okay? What's wrong? Talk to me.
Coming up tonight at 5.
See that, Scooter? And I hate the fact that you had to do that, but I had to do it too. And another thing I do too is I let them know. Because sometimes your aunt might, no pun intended, or your grandmother might, no pun intended, might trump you on what they say. Oh, get out of here. They gonna stay here anyway, blah, 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 blah. So now you're like, oh God, now I can't kick you out of here, but come here for a minute. Come here for a minute. I know you're crazy. I know you got all these plans of what you're going to do. But if you do it, I'm telling you right now, brother, I'm going to get in there where you at, and I'm going to take care of you in there myself. Or I'm going to find a way to get to you. So if you put one hand, I threaten the crazy ones. Yeah, I do that all the time. I do all the time, straight up and down. I used to do it to people in the street when I was younger. Dudes walking up the block, oh, acting all crazy. I do the same thing. Oh, like, yeah, you know crazy? I know crazy. Then all of a sudden they, When you meet crazy with crazy, yeah, most of the time, out of there. Nowadays, I ain't doing nothing like that because crazy will meet crazier. I ain't even doing it. No, thank you. And I ain't helping nobody with no boyfriend and girlfriend situations either. Went over there talking about I'm going to help this girl who got slammed by her boyfriend. Next thing you know, I go over there and help her. She getting up off the ground trying to kick me in the head. I ain't helping none of y'all. Keep on moving, kick a rock for a block. I'm straight. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to where we going right now? This foolio right here. He just got out of jail in Orlando. He been accused of real snobbing 2 rideshare drivers, Uber or Lyft. Nah, he ain't happy. He got the itch again, and he decided to do it again. And he's so lazy, he roll up in the car and do it. He don't even get out the car. He roll up on you in a car, give me your money, and just get up out. You thought that he was going to get away with this? I see why he got locked up, and now he gonna get more time. Watch your head. That's right, you guys. He gonna be looking at that Chinese restaurant over there. Y'all know how that go. Be like, damn, I'm gonna have a Chinese restaurant for a long time. Be looking at that pizza shop over there. Even that little chihuahua on the corner. You gonna wish you was him. Especially after they get you on this one, buddy. Because they gonna really give you some good time this time. You're gonna really see some good jail time on this one. Second time around, same thing you did, and you just real snob 2 more people, oh yeah, you're going to jail.
New charges come just a few months after he was released from prison for doing nearly the same thing in 2024. West 2's Patrick Perez, live from the Orange County Jail tonight with more. Patrick.
Yeah, that suspect spent nearly 16 months behind bars for that previous case, most of that time here at the Orange County Jail, and that's where he is.
You know what? I'm going to do it again, and this time I'm going to cover my face. And let me see. Last time I made a mistake and I called them and I used my information. So this time I think I'm going to just pull up in my car and I'm going to get them through the window.
Back again tonight, facing new charges. 30-year-old Jabril Harris is back in the Orange County Jail more than 4 months after his release. Last Saturday, Orlando police say Harris robbed 2 rideshare drivers at gunpoint near the Country Inn and Suites along Forbes Place. The drivers were waiting for their next ride when they told officers Harris pulled up in a car and robbed them of their cash and jewelry. According to an arrest report, while one of the victims was attempting to remove his chain, Harris hit him in the head with his hand to have the victim remove the chain quicker. The victims were not able to get a good look at Harris because they told officers he had his hood up and his face covered. In the days that followed, Orlando police detectives were...
He had his hood up and his face covered. Anything about the kind of car description? Maybe the license plate? Stupid. This time I'm going to pull up with my car. I'm going to get out of there fast. I'm going to cover my face. Oh my God.
Were able to connect Harris to the case. According to the report, they found the car he was driving when he committed the alleged robbery in the driveway of his parents' house on Croston Bay Court. That's about 20 minutes south from where police say the crime happened. After trying to get Harris to come out of the house for nearly 2 hours, police say SWAT eventually entered the house and found him hiding inside the washing machine. Officers arrested him.
Maybe if I get inside this washing machine, they going to come in the laundry room. They ain't going to see me. He just put stupid on top of dumb. Seriously? That's like when the dog be doing something and he close his own eyes and he be like, if I can't see them, maybe master can't see me.
Harris, and he's now facing 2 counts of armed robbery with a firearm, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and resisting an officer without violence.
Stupid is as stupid does. Man, listen, you rob people the same way. Just got out, pulled up in the car, license plate showing. There's just so much wrong about this. They tracked the car all the way to his mom's crib, and you hiding in the washing machine. Man, if you don't get your ass out that washing machine.
Back in March, court records show Harris was convicted of robbery after police say he robbed multiple tourists at gunpoint near I-Drive in November of 2024. He was sentenced to nearly 16 months in prison, but only spent 7 days in a prison cell after having already served 475 days in the Orange County Jail. And the state attorney's office has filed a motion to keep Harris locked up here in jail while he awaits trial. He has a hearing on this next week.
Oh man, they need to keep him in there, period. As soon as he get out, get the whole community on high alert. He's not gonna stop. He's not stopping. What the hell how the hell you fit in a washing machine is the question, Money Tree. How the hell he fit in there? What type of washing machine was that? He must have had the double wide XL edition. And what you say, Coffee House? He said my dryer the dryer must have been full. Nah, he ain't want them to put him on spin cycle. What iDrive is sketchy. Y'all be careful. If you ever in Orlando. Okay, iDrive is sketchy. Thank you for letting us know. The most surprising about that is his mother's being shocked, and he knew that where the washing machine was. He was all washed up as a criminal, huh, Brian? That's why he got in there. He's like, I'm washed up anyway. So look at, you right, Scooter. Scooter said, I would have turned that shit on. Scooter, they always do that to me, who that, Scott? They always do that to me when I get one of these. They always wind up making me laugh and I start crying. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. I got more work to do. It's not professional. It's not professional to be laughing like this. Come on now, get yourself together. Come on, Boogotti, let's go. This is another one right here. This is another one. Wait a minute, what we got going on over here? I think we did this one already. We got to get on over to Nassau County in Mineola. We got 6 who were charged in this illegal D-Rug and pow bust across Nassau County. If they start showing these things, I can't show you guys because I'm not getting in trouble for the pow ever again. If they start showing them, we out of here.
A gun and drug bust in Nassau County leads to the arrest of 6 people. During an announcement today in Mineola, police say with the help of multiple agencies, they seized 47 guns, over 1 kilogram of cocaine.
That's it. They see what they got in Long Island. That's it. Mineola, got them. See you later. Get them. Ain't playing around with it. My first line of defense over here is making sure we straight. And I ain't trying to let that play. We ain't getting caught like that again in no stupid Stroh's night. Not again. That's it. 6 people caught over in Nassau County. Read it and weep. Mineola. Let's keep going. Let's get on over to Florida. We got a woman who was exploited in the tragic flooding that was created. Oh my God, this one right here. You ever see somebody try to make money off of somebody else's losses? I heard about this about 2 years ago where there was a fire and somebody made a fake GoFundMe. I don't know if that person got arrested, but I'm so glad that this one did. We got a woman in Florida who exploited a tragic flood and then she created a fake GoFundMe for a camp. It's called Camp Mystic. You guys may have heard about this before. She's been sentenced to 3 years. That's even better news to hear about. How about that? She got what she deserved. Don't be out there making no fake GoFundMe for people because you can get locked up for that.
Historic flooding hits the Hill Country region once again. A Florida woman who exploited the tragic flooding there last year has been sentenced to 3 years in prison.
She pleaded guilty Friday morning after creating a fake GoFundMe in the name of one of the Houston Camp Mystic victims last year.
KPRC News reporter.
I mean, it's eerie, it's creepy. You have to be real low to do that about somebody and use their picture of the actual person that lost their life. And you making a GoFundMe about that? We don't do that over here. Also, Liberty and Justice is letting you guys know Democrats, Republicans, Independents, also conservatives, all welcome here. You know why? Because we ask civil discourses, stay on topics well to the fire. That's how we do it right now. The hottest morning news with our boy, BOOGOTTINYC. And if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, what are you waiting for? We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. And you guys, guess what? It's enough people to do it right here. We can make 74,000 right here today. We're almost right there, 74. And then the next plateau will be 75. giving us that 25% mark right there to get it to 100. Let's get over here and see what's going on with this situation over here. Let's get it going. Let's go.
Bryce Newberry has the update tonight, and
And of course, we would never do anything like this, but I'm glad that she got caught and locked up.
warning from law enforcement.
This woman created these online fundraisers within days of last year's July 4th flooding in the Hill Country, and it appeared all the money would be going to the family of a Camp Mystic counselor who passed away. But Harris County investigators tracked her to Florida and say it's a good reminder to vet where your money's going. 29-year-old Maitland White, seen here pawning items in a Florida Walmart last summer, is now heading to a Texas prison.
The last thing they needed to do was have somebody that was profiting off of their daughter.
Within days of those pawn transactions, Harris County Precinct 1 Constable investigators say she created this fraudulent GoFundMe page, posing as the family of Chloe Childress, a Camp Mystic counselor from Houston who passed away during catastrophic flooding last July 4th in Kirk County.
Like, how could you do that? You got to be low. You got to be a real low person to do something like that.
You take advantage of a situation where a family's already devastated to take further advantage of them. It's sad.
On Friday, court records show White pled guilty to online impersonation, getting 3 years in prison, just over a year after the online scheme, which she told investigators she did, quote, for a quick way to make some money.
There you go, Scooter. Scooter says someone did the same thing with a friend I used to ride with in our club. Let's just say a few of our buddies showed up and put that to a stop. Yeah, put a stop to that. Yeah, what's up with that about?
Her guilty plea comes as floodwaters rise in the same region again.
As much as you want to help and as big as your heart is to want to give to people that are suffering so greatly right now.
Serving as a reminder, Constable Alan Rosen says to avoid handing money over to a fraudster.
Just verify, do a little due diligence, do a little homework, vet the sources before you just go and give money really quickly.
Yeah, you guys, let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. I got a question over here that I want to ask you guys, and I'm going to say it like Rakim. I got a question. As serious as cancer. Who can keep the average pole dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody's smiling. Because you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is what we all sit down. Nah, I'm just kidding with you guys. But who can make the average pole dancer turn up? My question to you is this. They say it's good for exercise. Men, they love to go to the strip club to throw a few dollars. And if you're really good at it, you can really put on a really good show. So a lot of women, they do it for themselves. They do it for working out. I even know a place downtown that has foxy pole dancers where women actually do pole dancing as far as to work out. So let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, not like I really want to know, but have you ever thought about pole dancing before? Maybe for yourself, for exercise, or maybe your husband or your boyfriend. So ladies, I don't want to be discriminative over here, but I don't even want to say the other side of it because I don't care. I'm going to just say, ladies, have you ever thought about pole dancing before? Let me see you. I'm not even asking a gentleman. If you do, you might not want to let us know anyway. Let me know, ladies, if you ever thought about doing a little bit of pole dancing for yourself, for working out, for your boyfriend, or maybe your husband. Let me know. Have you ever thought about doing a little bit of pole dancing? Or maybe you have not thought about it ever before. You don't want to be seen with the big heels and all of that on, but you know how sometimes you want to turn the temperature up in the bedroom for the hubby. You might go grab a pole and you might want to do a little bit of, you know how they do it? They go around the pole, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys, have you ever wanted to buy one for your girlfriend? You ever wanted to get one for your girlfriend? How about that? See, I knew some people in here were going to give it up. Hey, hold on a minute. Angels Among Us says, I plead the fifth. I'd try silks, though. Okay, Colessive says, ain't not one want to see those moves. Okay, this is the best damn show ever. Nobody is that honest. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. I'm not a stripper. Jolena says, I am not a stripper. Keep on, Jack says, pole dancing, maybe if you're gay. Love to own a club to teach women financial freedom, says 55. What you got, Brian says. Angels, Brian, what you got, man? What you got? I support the naked hustle. I only strip on days that end in Y. And Y. Whoa, okay. Sam, you crazy. All jokes aside, it's a great exercise. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I love a good waltz. Okay, you guys, check this pole dancer's technique out right here. But the only problem is something goes horribly wrong. And you know what always happens if you got a dog in the area? How come the dog always knows when to move? Why does the dog always know when to move? And be careful where you put these poles at, ladies, because just because it's the area that where you want to put it at does not mean you should put it there. I'm going to explain after you guys see this video. Let's get into it, you guys, just in case you were ever thinking about pole dancing, and if you ever wanted to swing that money in and get some more money going, or maybe you wanted to turn up a little bit for your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I don't know. Check it out, you guys. Here's one person. She may be thinking about another career after this happens. And please, keep your eye on the dog. They always know when to hold them and when to roll them. Pole dancer routine gets wet and wild. As you can see, she's got the pole in her living room. Not kind of far away from the fan. She don't got to worry about the fan blades. She's got it in a certain place in the living room, right? Come on, let's go.
It's going to be an awful spring because holding on too tight never feels nice, so don't do this.
That's right, you guys. She's learning, she's turning around, she's got a booty to her, she's got the workout going. You see that, guys. She's got the dog in back of her. He's wondering what's going on, you know, but for some reason, he goes and gets out the way. He leaves, you know, the dog leaves. Mom's got the pole. Keep on paying attention.
Keep your feet nice and close to the base of the pole, and then lean your torso away from the pole. So we want to create a nice triangle shape here. As you start to walk, you can have a look at that top wrist. If you start to hold on too tight, the hand won't move anywhere, but your wrist will start to come really close to the pole if not touching the pole. Every time you feel that, you want to reset the arm. Now, if you notice, say every 2 or 3 steps here, that is when the arm starts to wrap. That is when you're pulling too much and going down. So keep leaning away from the pole, looking at that top wrist, and you can readjust that hand.
Clean up on aisle 7. It seems like someone hit a sprinkler valve and don't know what's going on. So now the whole thing goes in shambles. It looks like someone sprung a leak. Booyah! She hit that sprinkler valve, y'all. Y'all saw that water say, once that water started hitting her back, oh my God, start thinking about that TV, all the stuff in that living room. Yeah, girl, you done messed up now. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? They go your security deposit. Now, what were you doing again? The insurance company's gonna come. What was going on here again? You had a stripper pole here. Was it insured? Who put it in? You ain't getting no money off of that claim right there, boo-boo. Forget about calling Allstate on that one. You're not in the good hands with Allstate. You shouldn't have never did that one. Now she's running to the maintenance office as the apartment living room does this. Gunk, 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 gunk. They go to rug. They go to bottom of the couch. Whatever's plugged in, you better catch it before it gets to that port right there. So yeah, you guys, you might want to have a contractor come in and make sure you're getting that stuff done right. You want to get those, self-made, you do-it-yourself poles. You might not want to do that, ladies. The ones where you just go like this and you turn it until it's really tight, where you think you're good. Hey, fellas, how many times you put up one of those pull-up bars and you're just constantly doing like this and you're squeezing it real tight? I got it up real strong. And then you go to put all your weight on it and boom, you fall right on the back of your back. because you thought you had it up there strong. Same situation. You thought the intensity was going to hold on, huh? Until you started putting that weight and full body pressure on there, as well as the pull that she put on there, huh? She did that swing and that freaking pole said, see ya. Hope you have a good drop. Yeah, yeah. And the water said, shh. What about it, you guys? What about it? What y'all think about that? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That was a very expensive dance. How about that one? Very expensive. Now I got a question for you guys, because you know we're at one of our favorite sections here, right? It's called the Health and Wellness section. Shun. That's right, you guys. We do it every single day, and today we're only going to do one version because it's going to be really in depth, and we got to stay on topic. We're not going to do the other ones where we're doing the ones where we show the graphics. We got to get right into the Health and Wellness section today, you guys, because I want you guys to get everything when it comes down to the bang. That's right, the bang, the bread. We've been holding off on this for a while. I've had a couple of people hit me inside of Discord and say, hey, Boogotti, what's going on with the bread? I'm like, wait a minute, you guys don't remember we did that episode already? Yeah, but we're talking about carcinogens. We're talking about all of these breads and stuff. Can we bring that one back? I even had a couple of people send me some messages in the Discord asking me about bread. So you guys, you know what? Especially since we've been talking about the potassium bromide. That's right, you guys, the potassium bromide. It's time to talk about it. Let's get into it, you guys. We're going to do it today with Bobby. And anybody got to get up out of here. I'm going to see y'all later. I will talk to you guys later. We don't want to make a long exit for you. We love you, but a lot of people, when it gets to the health and wellness section, we notice a lot of people stay, but a lot of people leave. So let's let you guys leave quietly. You know how when you leave in church and you don't want to disturb people and you just go like this? You don't got to tell people you're leaving. I'll holler at you later, because we want to keep the rest of the people that's here that wants to see the show still here and intact, that really want to check us out. So let's keep on moving forward, and nothing but love to you. By the way, see you later. Let's go. We got the top 5 brands to avoid. I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to try to do this as quick as possible. But when it comes down to our health, why do you want it the fast way? We don't want it the fast way, but I'm going to try to give it to you as quick as possible, because I know we got a lot more to do today. We're going to get right to the health and wellness section. We're not even going to play around. This is one of the most important things that we got to talk about today, because most of the people here eat bread with every meal, every other meal. We have it with sandwiches, and we have it as a big part of our lives. So what are we going to do today with Bobby Parrish? That's right, Bobby Parrish is going to tell us what are the top 5 worst breads to avoid. And we're going to get into some good breads. So right now, off the top, I need you guys to answer the question. If you're here, let me hear it. What's your favorite bread? What's the best bread that you've eaten? Let me know right now. Everybody here, you eat bread. I eat bread too. I'm going to tell you my favorite breads, but I don't want you guys to copy me. I want to know what sort of breads do you guys eat, whether it's wheat, whether it's white, whether it's sourdough. Can you please chime in? We want to be a group right now. Very important segment we have called our health and wellness. We really want everybody to be on topic on this point, and we really want to bring a good show to you guys today. So my question to you is, again, when it comes down to bread, what sort of breads do you like? What's the name of the bread that you like? Canadian white. I eat wheat bread. Dave's is my favorite. Bunny bread. Wheat bread. I don't need any bread. I don't eat any bread. It's poison. Dark multigrain. What else you got over here? Pretzel bread. Okay. What else you got? Pepperidge Farm. Artisan Rich White. What else you got? Unleavened bread. Okay. We got Scally from the bakery only. Okay. What else you got? I love butter bread. Any brand names? Nature's Own. Jay Woods, remember that name, please. Remember your brand's name. Nature's Own. We got Texas Toast. We got Second Wonder. Honey, wheat, Nature's, but now I don't eat much anymore. You're talking about Nature's Own honey wheat. Okay. Multigrain I like. Bread isn't even good for birds. Okay, let's keep going, Miss Swanza. What you got for us? Sara Lee. Okay, French onion bread. Sara Lee, please keep that on cap. Publix whole grain is so good. Okay, what else you got? Sourdough. That's right. Rye bread, whole grain. Bread is trash, juice. Okay, cool. Sourdough and the Royal bread. 21 grain organic, D'Agostino. Usually my mom and grandma makes the bread in homemade, usually. Sam Champion. Boom, 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 boom. Probably the number one right there. Homemade. I love it. Yeah, you guys, let's get into it right now. I want you guys to notice something. Don't feel a certain way about your breads. Me, I've been going towards the Ezekiel. Once I learned it here, I also pick up the Ezekiel cereal. If you're trying to get Ezekiel bread, it's really close to the frozen section. I guess they're trying to keep the temperature a certain way. And there's another one that I'm going to go grab and show you guys as well as we get into this. It's like a country sort of one as well. But yes, all of you guys, I need you to understand something. There are very simple ingredients that go to bread, just to let you know. There's egg whites, there's egg yolks, there is flour, there is probably yeast, and then there's salt or butter and oil. That's about it. There's not even supposed to be anything else with that. I know a lot of people like to put certain things in it to make it rise and things of that nature. But when it comes down to fresh breads that we will probably be showing you how to make as well, that's only ingredients that you're supposed to have. Let's get into it, you guys. We got to do it. We got, check this out. You're eating bread that's secretly ruining your health. And some are even hiding behind labels that say natural, whole grain. But these brands are usually the ones that have the most process and the most problems with it. Gonna tell you guys, all of that natural breads, the ones that nature's own, they're one of the worst breads. Just telling you right now. Sara Lee, one of the worst breads that they make. Used to be really good until they were sold. They're out of Chicago, by the way. They were sold to Bimbo, B-I-M-B-O, and they're just a bread milling company. So what does Bimbo do? They buy brands that have established names and just keep on popping stuff out. And they also make breads for other companies. So whatever Bimbo makes, 9 times out of 10, whatever the label and the brand is gonna have the same sort of breads inside of it. That means many different chemicals. That means byproducts. That means enriched wheat. That's wheat that's been stripped of all of its natural vitamins and minerals, and supplements have been put in it. Why do they put these supplements inside of the food? Because it's no longer food, it's a product. I keep on telling you guys, they make products now. It's not about the food and it's not about the vitamins for the people. It's about the shelf life, and it's about the profits that the company's gonna make. The company's gonna make off of this bread. So the focus is on the long life preservation of these products to stay on the shelves, thereby giving us chemicals that are not really giving us the vitamins that they're supposed to be giving us. And the last thing I wanna say is this: be careful of the word natural. Just like the word fragrance can be used in our cologne, in our dishwashing detergents, and on our soaps, the word natural covers for over 3,000 different recipes that they don't even have to tell us about. Be careful about it, you guys. Let's get into it. Again, this is the 5 worst bread brands to avoid, Bobby Parrish, and we're gonna give you 3 of the good ones at the end. Let's go.
That is secretly ruining your health, and some are even hiding behind labels that say natural or whole grain. But these brands are using ingredients that have no business being inside bread. Processed inflammatory seed oils, chlorine bleached wheat flour, even ingredients that are banned in other countries. But I'm going to show you the bread brands you want to skip, and more importantly, the ones you want to eat when it comes to top quality flavor, nutrition, and ingredients. Starting with the first brand I want you to avoid, which is Sara Lee.
That's crazy because somebody says Sara Lee. It happens to be the first ones that we want you to avoid. Nothing wrong with you. You have a certain bread that you bought, but you deserve to know what's in this bread, right? That's right.
This used to be a family-owned bakery in Chicago, my old town. But those days are long gone. Sara Lee is actually owned by one of the largest bread conglomerates in the country called Bimbo Bakeries. And the ingredients back up
Grand Rapids, Michigan, Bimbo Bakeries.
What would be a big corporate conglomerate. All you have to do is look at the ingredients here, and the first one you see is enriched wheat flour.
Just so you guys know, that's how bad I am now. Soon as I pick it up, boom, it's like that. If I see EWF, I'm out of there. Enriched wheat flour, I'm out of there. That's how bad I am now. I don't even read the rest. Let's keep going. That's why I keep telling you guys, read the label so that you can know certain keywords and certain things that we're staying away from.
First of all, if it just says wheat flour on there, you know it's white flour. If it has enriched in front of it, it's possibly the worst type of flour there is. They stripped out all of the nutrition and then put synthetic vitamins. Not good at all.
And thank you, Scooter. We appreciate that. I'm going to say that definitely. It's something Ahmad should say. I love that. Nothing wrong with anybody's choice. These marketing companies are very misleading. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for that assist, Scooter. Love you, bro.
And then we see the dreaded seed oils in here. Soybean oil has no business being in bread. Grandma didn't use it, so why are they? Because it extends the shelf life of bread. The fat makes it moister and softer. By the way, this bread is unusually soft. I can squeeze this into one little ball here, which is not the way bread should be. And soybean oil will make it softer, longer, preserving it, which is a major no-no. Cellulose gum. Cellulose is...
Cellulose, you know what cellulose is? It's tree bark. It's the tender part of the tree. They're feeding us tree tender.
From wood pulp. Wood pulp in bread as a filler ingredient, and then the dreaded monoglycerides here, which is another preservative and emulsifier.
I throw whole loaves of bread in the garbage when I make a mistake. I literally bought some bagels the other day. I was like, man, I'm gonna tear them bagels up. I started looking at the label. I took the whole thing and just boom, threw it straight in the garbage. Had no problem with doing it neither. Didn't cheat myself at all.
To make our bread last a long time. Now, there is a Sara Lee here that says 100% whole wheat flour. And look, instead of the enriched white flour, it is whole wheat flour. They're starting off better. But guys, I looked over the whole library of breads from Sara Lee. I couldn't find one Bobby approved one because yes, it has whole wheat flour there, which is really nice. But then they have something called datum here. Datum is a dough conditioner. Anytime you find these big factory breads, it's all about churn 'em and burn 'em, right? It's the Henry Ford style of bread making. Datum makes the bread rise and proof really quick so they can cook a lot of loaves or bake a lot of loaves at one time. The dreaded natural flavors, longtime viewers of the channel know natural flavors are the biggest lie in the grocery store. Why would you put that in here when freshly baked bread should be delicious as is?
So you might have thought that that wheat bread was gonna be good until you got deeper into the ingredients, right? Not your fault. Not your fault.
So for those reasons and many more in the ingredients, I would never buy Sara Lee. But that segues us into the first top quality bread of the day. And if you're an Aldi shopper, you like to save money, and you're gonna do it with Aldi Organic Knock Your Sprouts Off.
I love to be able to tell you guys what we can eat. Knock your sprouts off. That's what. If you can't eat the other, you can't get that other bread. I'm hoping that we don't get that no more. And I'm sure it may cost a little more, but for some reason, every time something costs a little more, it actually tastes better too, and it's better for you.
Bread. Why is this so great? Well, look at the first ingredient here. It's organic sprouted wheat bread, followed by a ton of sprouted grains here like millet, rye, oats, and more. I don't see seed oils. I don't see datum. I don't see dough conditioners. I see 1 gram of honey. Oh, and fun fact, when you sprout a grain, it makes it more digestible for your tummy. It makes it more easily digestible, and our body can unlock more nutrition. And because we're shopping at Aldi, hello, saving money. $3.59 a loaf. High five to that, winning.
So you can't say it's not even affordable. Let's get good stuff. We just got to go to different places and shop around. You better shop around. Aldi, good bread. Go for it.
Avoid Sara Lee. The first good bread of the day is Aldi, and stick around later on. I'm going to show you some really good gluten-free options too.
Don't feel bad if your bread comes up next.
The second bread I want you to avoid is Nature's Own.
The trick is the wording. Nature's Own. From now on, I want us to look at the breads for what they are. Look at the shape of it. Look at the texture of it. Also, if it's very lightweight, that's not good bread. You want some heavy, dense bread. You want something that got some body to it with some fiber in it. Let's go.
This one is owned by a company called Flowers Food. Flowers is the second largest conglomerate in the bread industry. And this is actually a brand, Nature's Own, that was started by them.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, S-Claim. Dave's Bread is next on the bad list. But let's keep going because they tricked me too. It's got good things in it, but it's got bad things as well. So Dave's Killer Bread, it's bad. Let's go.
Under the better for you category, that's preservative free. I'm not too sure about that because once again, I couldn't find one bread they make that's Bobby approved. We start with honey wheat bread here. A soft loaf, very, very squeezable. And we find public enemy number one. It's just the wheat flour. It's not whole grain, it's white wheat flour, which is deficient of nutrition. But the sugar is actually quite high in the ingredient list here, and I'll show you some other ones later on that are incredibly high that you had no idea.
You know you're getting like 3 teaspoons of sugar with every slice of bread? That's how it's per serving. When they say per serving and they ask the sugars, some of these breads, you're getting like a teaspoon of sugar. Some of them a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon. But who wants that much sugar in their bread?
There is that much sugar in there. 2 grams of added cane sugar per slice. Well, 2 grams is half a teaspoon of sugar. If you make a sandwich for little Timmy with 2 slices of bread, that's a full teaspoon of sugar. I don't like that at all, and I don't like they're putting canola oil in the bread. Once again, the fat makes the bread softer, extends the shelf life. But
our grandmothers never put no damn canola oil in no bread. They put butter in there maybe, even something, but not no canola oil.
Grandma and Grandpa didn't use canola oil. I wouldn't use it either. Well, they do have a 100% whole grain bread, and if you could be my hands right now, it does feel hefty, 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 not as wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. And the first ingredient is the...
He got that from the Cinch Sack commercial, by the way.
A whole wheat flour, so I will give them that. But once again, I see that canola oil in there, which we don't want in our bread. And I see sugar. I see 2 grams of added cane sugar in here.
Now, you might think that we're blowing it out of proportion. So what? It's a little bit better. I'm going to get that one. The reason we staying away from those canola oils and those soy oils and that sugar is because we want to stay away from diabetes and the dreaded inflammation.
Which I don't want at all. And here's the funniest one of all. They have the gall to put healthy white on this bread here. I would argue there's nothing healthy about white bread. So of course, because it's white, they're using the regular wheat flour, stripped of all the nutrition. But, oh my goodness, are my eyes deceiving me? That's 5 grams of added cane sugar per slice.
5 grams of sugar per slice, Calesta. You see that? All that sugar, you're crazy. They're just trying to get us hopped up to keep on eating more slices.
This is what 5 grams of added cane sugar looks like. So if you're making a sandwich once again for little Lizzie, 10 grams of cane sugar for her PB&J just from the bread. Crazy. And
so you got the sugar from the bread and the peanut butter and jelly. Go on with it, y'all. Spike them up.
By the way, she's getting the canola oil. She's getting cellulose and guar gum. All signs of heavily processed bread, which we want to avoid. There's nothing.
All of those processed starches and everything convert over to sugar. All of the starches turn to sugar, and a lot of that stuff can't be digested because your liver and your kidneys and certain parts of your body don't know how to digest it. So it kind of stores it in certain areas, and that's when you start getting this sort of cancerous sort of fats and blockages in certain parts of your body. If your body can't process it, why are we eating it? And it's not our fault. We just need to know what these ingredients are.
Better for you about that bread, but it brings us to our second Primo Bobby approved pick of the day. 1 Mighty Mill stone milled bread.
Now this is expensive, you guys. Some of you guys said you don't want to deal with the prices because they're expensive. The other Aldi bread was $3.89. This one here, damn near $10.
Oh, this is hefty, hefty, hefty. I'm getting a bicep workout here. Guys, this is probably one of the best breads you can buy at the grocery store. I picked this one up at Walmart for $5.92. Yes, it's organic, but see where it says stone milled? These guys have a relationship.
Sorry about that, $5.92. Actually ain't that bad for better quality food. There is a $10 one, $5.92 to be correct. And they make, I think they actually make bagels too.
Was farmers. They buy fresh grain, they take it to mills they own and mill it with stone, the way Grandpappy and Grandma used to do it, which means higher nutrition for you and me.
One mighty.
And the ingredients say that too. Nothing but simple ingredients, a small ingredient list, and there is oil, but oh, they're using extra virgin olive oil.
Don't it look like they just care a little more? Look how small that label is. I'm gonna read this to you guys just so you get a little idea what the differences in the labels look like. We got stone milled organic flour, whole wheat flour, water, organic honey, organic vital wheat gluten, yeast, organic extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, cultured organic wheat flour, organic vinegar, enzymes, and it contains wheat.
This is fantastic. You can also pick it up at Whole Foods, some Targets and Sprouts, but bonus, because I always like to throw you guys a little extra things here and there, they make bagels. They make the only, I repeat, the only Bobby-approved bagel on the...
Be careful with the bagels nowadays, because any bagel that you're eating nowadays, especially if it's in New York City and then in like Chicago, that's shine, that crust, that shell that goes on inside of our bagels. Be careful, because that's actually what they're talking about. Anything like that is actually the oils, as well as what we talked about yesterday. The potassium bromate is what they use to make it has that shell on it. And be careful about the potassium bromate, because it turns to bromite, which is cancerous because of the carcinogens. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go.
The market, whether it's this or their everything bagel or their cinnamon raisin bagel, once again, whole, organic, freshly stone milled flour with best in class ingredients. They don't get better than that. The next bread I want you to avoid is Dave's Killer Bread. Now it's...
And you would think it's really good bread. It's got all of the nuts and all of that good stuff on it. And they do a real damn good job at marketing, right? Come on.
Not because they were bought by Flowers Food, the huge bread conglomerate, years ago. It's actually because the ingredients they've been using all along are not the best. Now, look at this. There is a lot to like about this green 21 whole grains and seeds bag. It's organic grain. It's loaded with nothing but nuts and seeds and grains. It's very nutrient dense, but buried in this paragraph of ingredients is cane sugar. And the cane sugar is actually pretty high on the list. And when we look, it's 4 grams of added cane sugar per slice. This is what 4 grams of sugar looks like. That's exactly 1 teaspoon. So I do not think most people or parents know that when you're making a sandwich with 2 slices, you're getting 2 teaspoons of added sugar. And even if you look online at their 100% whole wheat loaf, which I couldn't find at the store for some reason, it still has 4 grams of added sugar, but it has canola oil added there too, which the green loaf didn't have. But this video is all about the better for you swaps, and you don't have to leave the Dave's family completely, because the Power Seed bread is my favorite and only Bobby approved bread in the Dave's Killer family.
So the Power Seed, it seems like the only one that's good for you guys in the Dave family. Let's keep on going.
Again, it's loaded with nothing but nutrient dense, organic grains, nuts, and seeds, but...
There you go. They're using the sugar to get you hooked, Brad Pitbull. There you go.
We are devoid of the cane sugar in the ingredients. Instead, look what it says, organic fruit juice, and only 1 gram of it. Huge difference. You're talking about refined, bleached, processed cane sugar and organic fruit juice, 4 grams per slice, 1 gram per slice. This is the Dave's Killer you want. They have it at all grocery stores, and it's the only one that's Bobby approved. Speaking of, Stick around later in the video. I'm going to show you the best burger bun I found. That's by far the only Bobby approved one on the market. We take a super quick break from the video to throw some love to Armbra colostrum bread. Why? Because two hot liquids, because you can destroy the living bioactives, is great. It'll get you 20% off your first order. What I want you to avoid is sourdough bread. Why?
And you would think that sourdough bread is good. It depends on the brand. Now you see that right there. You gotta automatically have red flags on certain brand names now that we're aware of. But when it comes down to sourdough bread, it's in the ingredients too.
Because most of them on the market are fake sourdough. Sourdough is just a couple ingredients: water, flour, salt, and fermented sourdough starter. And that's it. Well, why do so many on the market, like this Nature's Own here, have yeast on there? Yeast should not be in sourdough bread. That's a cheater's way of doing it. And it has the canola oil in here. Think about it. The reason why we're eating sourdough bread is because when it's naturally fermented, it has that nice sourdough flavor that we like, but it actually makes it more digestible.
By the way, canola oil was used in the Wright brothers' first plane. We just got better with oils after a while. But those oils were never meant to be cooked with. We just started cooking with them, deep frying and all of that stuff. Canola oil is not good to cook with at all, or to have inside of ingredients of things. It promotes inflammation, and it's cancerous.
When you're using yeast, you're cheating, my friends. And I love the names here. Farmhouse sourdough bread. They make it seem all warm and cozy, but first of all, they're using enriched wheat flour. And
just so you guys know, the brand we're talking about is Pepperidge Farm. This is the next brand that we thought was good, and we thought it was good for us, because think about the name, Pepperidge Farm.
Instead of just regular white flour, strike number one. Strike number two, the yeast is in there again, which is a major, major sign of fake bread. And we have seed oils in there, which we don't want. Once again, we go back to the marketing here. Artisanal sourdough bread.
Artisan. It makes you think that it's good because of the packaging. It looks like it's saying artisan, right? Let's go.
It could sound so good and so wholesome, but we have the enriched wheat flour, strike one. We have the yeast, strike two. We have the seed oil, strike three, and you're out. And then we have natural flavors and signs of heavily processed bread. So sour.
You're welcome, Rebecca, because everybody needs this information. I thought it was going to be a little bit long, but you know what? For your health and for the information, I think it's worth it. You guys asked me about bread. I hope you're getting as much information as you need. You guys asked me about this. That's the reason why I'm showing it to you.
Sourdough is good. Fake sourdoughs are bad. And this video is about showing some love to the good breads also. So if you want sourdough from the grocery store, say hello to this double loaf of organic San Francisco Boudin sourdough bread. I picked this one up at Costco. It was a great price for a 2-pack. And look, it's just a few ingredients here. It's organic flour, wheat gluten, enzymes, and salt.
Now, why that one got 4 ingredients in it and everything else got a whole bunch of ingredients in it? What's the difference?
It specifically calls out naturally fermented for that real sourdough flavor and the real sourdough digestive benefits. This is a cool one, actually. It's called the Essential Baking Company Organic Sourdough.
Now, that looks delicious right there. Looks like it's clean, everything. Look at that. The Essentials Baking, bake and enjoy classic sourdough. This one is par made, where you actually got to finish it in the oven yourself.
Sourdough. It's only par cooked, so you actually finish baking this one at home. I've done it before. It is crusty and delicious. You smear some butter on there. It is awesome.
Boy, do I love bread. That's why I'm showing I love bread. That's why we got to eat the right bread, because I know a lot of people love bread.
Now look at this, organic, unbleached flour, and they specifically call out the sourdough.
And look crispy too, right? Who said that? It looked crispy, right, Angels?
Starter. Can you see the difference between the real sourdoughs and the fake ones from earlier? And here's yet another loaf that I picked up from Target. It's called Izio San Francisco.
Come on, you guys. I want to give you guys the real good stuff. You see, notice how they had a lot of bad ones in the beginning, but now we actually getting down to the good stuff. Guys got to remember these names. Come back to this video. We have no excuse anymore while we're eating that other crap. Do me a favor and walk by all that garbage from now on.
Style sourdough bread. When I think San Francisco style, I think of rice-a-roni because I'm a child of the 80s, but it's better to think about sourdough bread. Now, this one's not organic, but still, it's wheat flour, sea salt, water, sourdough culture. We get that nice fermented flavor and the gut benefits. By the way, this is a Target. When you're at Target, wander over to the coffee aisle. We now have this beautiful end cap for my new product, Coffee with Benefits. This is a highly functional, single origin approved, meaning clean, nutrient-dense ingredients. Take, for example, they're 100%.
No, we got to get to this other. I don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to take it back to when he introduced it. It's going to be Pepperidge Farm. I told you to stay away from Pepperidge Farm. That's the next one to stay away from on our list.
Phenomenal. The next brand I want you to avoid is Pepperidge Farm, another brand that sounds very wholesome, but there's nothing wholesome about it.
And of course, you guys, we got it. If you guys like the show so far, show your love by double tapping that screen and getting those likes up. Hit those 3 dots right there. Hit that like button. Get more people over here, because if we get up to that 300 mark, you guys are going to be receiving 6-hour bottom line keychains and 6-hour bottom line decals. All you got to do is get up to 300 likes and email me your address or where you want it to be sent at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. All we got to do is get those likes up to 300, 12 pieces coming out. We're on Pepperidge Farm right now as a list of thumbs down. Don't even do it.
About it. Once again, I couldn't find one bread by Pepperidge Farm that was Bobby approved, meaning clean, nutrient-dense ingredients. Take, for example, their 100% whole wheat bread. Now, kudos to them. They're not using enriched wheat flour. They're using real whole wheat here. But there's a lot of ingredients here. One of them is sugar to the tune of 3 grams of added sugar per slice, which is almost 1 teaspoon. We see the processed inflammatory soybean oil and
processed inflammatory. Remember that. So when your joints is hurting and your knees is all bad and you can't flex your ankles, that could be something to have to do with that bread and that sandwich that you had, along with the other part of the breakfast and that other thing that you had for lunch or dinner. Get what I'm saying? When you combine these things over a day's time, your body's constantly trying to fight this stuff. So let's try to be free of these inflammatory things as well as these oils that's harmful to us.
And we see the litany of preservatives and bread extenders like monoglycerides, which is also an emulsifier that makes the bread light and squishy.
Monoglyceride makes the bread light, nice and squishy. Also, it gives it a longer shelf life too.
They know that things like whole grain oatmeal are going to sell because
if you see something like that, you automatically going to want to get it because it say oatmeal on it and it got the flakes of the oatmeal on it. Make you think it's good, right?
It sounds healthy, but we look at the ingredients once again, and they are using the whole wheat flour, but we see 3 grams of added sugar. We see the seed oils, and we see those classic processed ingredients you'll see in manufactured bread like monoglycerides and datum, which are used to extend shelf life and increase the production speed of making.
Hold on a minute. What was that word you said? You said datum. What is it? Datum? That's right, datum.
Manufactured bread like monoglycerides and datum, which are used to extend shelf life and increase the production speed of making.
Why do you want to extend shelf life? So the product can be on shelf for longer, because they don't want to ruin it and get it thrown out of there, because then they're going to lose money from the production. So they want to make it be able to stay on the shelf for just that much longer, so many more customers will have a better chance of getting it, so they can get a chance of selling it instead of throwing it out.
Making bread so they can stamp them and get them out of the door. I would avoid Pepperidge Farm, in my opinion. And another great Bobby approved bread is one you probably know about, Ezekiel bread.
This is the one I have right now. They also make cereal. It's very expensive though.
They're the OGs. They've been doing healthy, organic, sprouted grain bread. We talked about sprouted grains being more nutrient dense. Well, this is nothing but sprouted wheat, barley,
Number
millet,
one.
lentils, soybeans, spelt. That's it. Also, it's very nutrient dense. Look at the amount of fiber, 3 grams per slice, and it only has 15 carbs per slice. 3 grams of fiber means it's 12 net carbs. So a lot of people who are diabetic are looking for low glycemic load breads.
I'm just gonna go there, you guys. You heard the name Ezekiel? You get what I'm saying? Ezekiel, you know who eats this bread?
Well, like Ezekiel, which is available pretty much at all stores nationwide. I have a few more top quality breads I want to share with you, including the one I teased earlier, a burger bun. Guys, I've been on the scowl and prowl for a good burger bun forever. Now, I like a soft, pillowy brioche or potato style bun. I couldn't find any on the market that were remotely good.
Crystal Burger Buns. He got money, so he can get this stuff.
Well, say hello to my little friend. This is Crystal Burger Buns. Look on the front here. It's from Barcelona. It's made in Spain, and they're doing it muy bueno with a wheat flour, fermented wheat flour, yeast, olive oil, salt.
How come all of the good stuff come from out of the country? Question. How come all of the good stuff comes from out of the country?
That's it. There's no enriched wheat. There's no sugar. There's no dough conditioners.
There you go, S-Claim. There it is. You said it. That's why you know it's good.
It's soft and pillowy. The problem is
And yes, you can freeze half of it, Angels. You guys, y'all smart as hell. I don't mean that there's no disrespect. I ain't trying to patronize you guys, but y'all smart as hell. Everything that you guys are saying is right. Everything.
I've been talking about it a lot on Instagram stories.
There's 4 in the package, Peerless.
Sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I post stories every day. It's selling out. I barely can find this at the Fresh Market or Whole Foods anymore. So if you're gonna buy it, let's keep it between us because Crystal makes a delicious burger bun. I love it. Now, I promised gluten-free breads earlier. This is the best, I repeat, the best gluten-free / paleo bread on the market. It's called Base Culture. It's in the freezer aisle. The only problem is it's expensive. It's $10 a loaf, but it goes on sale for about $7 a loaf sometimes, and I load up and stock it in the freezer. It's made with non-GMO eggs, cashew butter, sauerkraut, arrowroot, psyllium husk, almond flour, coconut oil. It only has 5 net carbs and
it sounds like it tastes good. Caramel butter. Jesus, what cashew butter? What? I want to taste that myself.
3 grams of fiber. This is the sourdough variety, but any of them are great. I get it once again in the freezer section at Whole Foods or Sprouts. Those are the only 2 places I know that have it. As a backup to a slightly cheaper gluten-free, I would get the Canyon Bakehouse, but not all Canyon Bakehouse.
This is the one that I have right now in my refrigerator. I have this in my fridge right now. Canyon Bakehouse. It comes in a nice little tray. You got to cut the package open. I don't even take the whole package off because I like to keep it fresh. It has a nice tray. You got to cut it open and everything. This is a really good bread right here.
Stick with this one right here. This is the whole grain 7-grain bread. Now, it still is $7 to $8, so a little bit cheaper than the Base Culture, but it has good ingredients. Brown rice, sorghum, agave, and cane sugar to the tune of 3 grams added, so not ideal, with extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of xanthan gum, but it is better than most gluten-free breads on the market. To be honest, I'd rather just buy this one when it's on sale because you avoid the cane sugar and the xanthan gum, but still, it's a good secondary backup gluten-free option for gluten-free friends out there. Speaking of gluten-free friends,
give them bagels because I know we got a lot of bagel lovers out here. We got Queen Street Bagels, you guys. Let's go.
Brand new to the market. I literally haven't tried this yet, so I'm gonna try the bagels and leave a comment down below. Queen Street, the only place I know to get this right now is Sprouts. They make bread and bagels that are perfectly gluten-free, Bobby approved. Sorghum, fava bean, apple cider vinegar, psyllium husk, agave syrup, garlic, cultured rice. This is a perfect bagel. I wonder how it's gonna toast up. I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'll leave a comment down below. And we have to get a little
Be careful with that agave syrup.
bit of love to Silver Hills Sprouted Gluten Bread. This is available pretty much at every grocery store nationwide, and it's made with organic sprouted grains. My only qualm, it's small with this one, is there is cane sugar here, but It's only 1 gram.
He didn't call out the agave syrup in the last one. I don't like dealing with agave syrup at all. It just has too much other stuff inside of it. So anything with agave syrup, I stay away from it too. Agave sugar as well.
Per slice, because the serving size is 2 slices. So compare that to the breads we showed earlier. Way less and way superior. So that's it. Those are the breads you want to avoid, and more importantly, the breads you want to eat. Like, subscribe, share. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment down below, but I'll see you soon. Bye.
It's needed. I got to do a whole video on that one, you guys, for what you're asking me about the agave. It's just certain brands. I'm not saying that it's not good for you, but let me correct myself. It's certain brands. Just like we know that extra virgin olive oil is good for us, we also know that there's certain brands that use other things like canola and soy oils to fill up the jar, and then they put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there, and they call that whole thing extra virgin olive oil. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Sometimes you got these companies that do some really sneaky things. So be really careful when it comes down to the agave syrups that you're buying. Look at all of the other byproducts and other things inside of those syrups. The same way Bobby breaks it down, where it might be a good start off when it comes down to the ingredients. Look at all of the other ingredients inside of those products. We're going to do that as well. We're going to get into an agave and different syrups, because I found out that a lot of those syrups that we've been eating, I didn't even know when I was a kid. I thought that, you know, Mrs. Butterworths and all of that, Aunt Jemima, I thought it was just plain up maple syrup. I didn't know that it was corn syrup with flavoring of maple and sugar. And you notice that it just makes you just deflated when you hear stuff like that. Or fake honey, when you start to see it turn back to its sugar form. Stuff like that, you guys, is what I mean. Just got to watch out for certain products and certain brands. So what are we going to do here so that you guys remember? We're going to put this inside of our Discord, because we make sure that we put everything from our health and wellness section inside of the Discord. That's right. This was the top 5 worst bread brands to avoid. So you don't necessarily have to worry about going to find it again on YouTube. If you're a member of the Discord, you can go watch this video from today, yesterday's videos, all of the videos that we show you in the health and wellness section right on the Discord. This is the top 5 worst brands to avoid. This is coming in from Bobby Parrish. And yes, you guys, this will be in our Discord. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And this is probably going to be one of the last chances you got. That's right, you guys, probably the last chance that you get to get those likes up and try to see if you can get to that 300. I'm trying to help you guys out here. So if we can get up to 300, I will be sending out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains, and I will also be sending out 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. That's 12 pieces in all. We got to get up to 300, and guess what? All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And also, you guys, all you got to do is really double tap that screen to get those likes up. And again, Cash App, $ Boogotti NYC, BOOGOTTINYC. All donations are appreciated. Let's get on over here to this next situation where we got a rescue kitten who refuses. Is that what we're doing? No, we're not going to do the kitten. I like to do a lot of saving this month. We've been doing a lot of saving. Last week they saved, I think it was a dog in the water, right? Yesterday we saved the dog that jumped into, it was a goat the day before. Yesterday the dog that jumped inside of the water. So today, let's keep it going with a duckling. All of a sudden the mom is floating through the water. You know how the Tom and Jerry cartoon used to be, where the ducks used to be like whack, 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 and then all the little babies follow it and everything. One of them stood astray, couldn't get away. Guess what? Got caught up in a net. Let's see what happens in this situation over here. We got people that thought this mama duck was attacking her baby. She was trying to free the baby.
When we got closer, I realized it was completely caught in a net.
And when they got closer, they realized that the duckling was caught in a net.
I went out to the balcony to have some tea when I noticed a duck struggling in the water. We grabbed the broom because I also thought that the duckling had been a little too far away from the shore.
If you guys notice, you're gonna see a lot of wiring and like netting. That's why they always tell you to get those nets out the water. If you're fishing, don't leave them in the water. Grab all that stuff out because animals can get caught up in it.
The net was super tight. At this moment, I called rescue, but because it was so early in the morning, it was just 7 a.m., no one would answer, so I left it.
They tried to call rescue, but it was so early, 7 in the morning, they had to do it themselves.
The message.
You see that? That's fishing wire and rope like wrapped around the duckling's legs, so she can no longer swim. She's just stuck right there, and they're cutting it off.
It was almost like a miracle. The baby regained its strength and it started to run away. For me, jumping in the water, started to paddle real fast. And at this moment, I saw that the mom and all our little ducklings approached him. They took him and they just like started swimming nicely all together in the pond. Since that day, I go and count them every morning.
She says since that day, she goes and counts them every morning.
It's so nice to see how all of them spend time together.
Special thanks to Olga, Olyanik, what's her name? Olga, Olyanik, that's OLYANIK.artist. Go ahead and show your Olyanik some love over at Instagram. Thank her for saving that baby and being out there to do that. And that's right, you guys. This is another segment of Purple Sunday, Our Bottom Line. You guys, y'all know what we're about to do, right? If y'all want to try to promote your business, maybe you're trying to get out there in front of more people. If you got a flyer, you're doing a party, you're doing a giveaway, a barbecue, you probably even got something going on with a lawn, yard sale or something, come on and send your promos over to us. We'll make sure we put them in front of almost 74,000 subscribers who's going to be able to see your promo. I don't know what you do, traveling salesman. You could be a lawyer. Doesn't matter. As long as you're subscribed here, send them over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll put them up in the post notification area. Also, put them up in the Discord as well. You guys, I keep telling you to join the Discord because there's a whole nother family over there. And members of the family of the Discord, make sure you keep on putting up those images. Make sure you still stay interactive. And make sure you put up anything that has to do with, let's say, shelters. Anything that has to do with food kitchens and things like that. Soup kitchens, whatever it is. If you know somebody hiring, they got flyers up. Any community things going on, put that up in the Discord. Just because you don't think that somebody else want to see it, don't think that they don't want to see it. They definitely want to see it. Put those promos up in there wherever you guys are at. And also, we also got a big thing coming up called the Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're going to be doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And guess what that means? One person from here is going to be able to be a part of the talent show too. That's right, you guys. All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. What's the talent show about? Five boroughs plus one person on here. All they're going to do is compete. Boom! And whoever wins gets $250. After all 5 people compete, 6 people compete, you're going to get one chance to win $1,000. That's it right there, you guys. Y'all see it. Sponsored by Big Drip, Hard Punch, and your boy Boogotti NYC will be a host at these events. Also, my DJ Don Dotto, formerly of Black Ink Crew. You guys want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go on over to the website. What website, Boogotti? That website that Miss Swans always tell you guys to go to. When you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. Go on over to www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. Put your email address inside of the notification area, and we will keep you updated on where we're going to be. All you got to do is drop your email and we'll do the rest. That's right, you guys, the Show Your Talent Search coming to New York, all 5 boroughs plus one person from here. That's right, you guys, Purple Sunday, that's how we do it. And if you're feeling good about yourself, go ahead and double tap that screen. Send in a super chat. Also, let's get ready for those prayers, because the same way we get in is the same way we leave. We don't leave out of here until we pray for each other, family members, co-hosts, and everybody here. That's right. We also pray for our family as well as our animals. We want to pray for happiness. We want to pray for love. We want to pray for fun. We want to pray for exhilaration. We want to pray for health. I want to pray for respect. And the main thing we always pray for here, you guys, is love, because there's a lot that comes along with that word, L-O-V-E. Want to pray for Miss Swanza and Jay Woods. Can't forget about S. Claim. Can't forget about Miss Keisha, Miss Swanza, Liberty and Justice Collective. Also, we got View Star 404, Beyond Ether. Can't forget about Sam Champion, Liberty and Justice, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Jay Woods, Jeffrey Spilker, Collective, Angels Among Us. Okay, can't forget about Winter Rising. Can't forget about Teddy, Terry, Miss Swanza. That's right, you guys. We got Scooter over here. Thank you so much for the love, Scooter, and thank you so much for the love. I hope you had a good day today with the show, and I hope you guys love the health and wellness section for today's segment. Also got to give another shout out to Rebecca Lanyon Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Guy and Elsa, G-Man, S-Claim, Liberty and Justice, Casey Ramos. Can't forget about also Winter Rising Collective. Can't forget about Justin. Can't forget about Jeffrey. Can't forget about Teddy, 55, Lisa Coffee House as well. Lisa Roy Coffee House. Who's that? Level Plan Productions. Can't forget about who else we got. 55. I seen you already, shouted you out. Liberty and Justice, Jelena, Mary Tanner. There you go. Love you as well. Got to give a big shout out to Luigi, my brother. Can't forget about Terry as well. I know you've been around. Hope you're doing good as well. And Harley. How you doing, Harley? Big shout out to Harley. Haven't heard from you in a long time. And shout out to your boy Boogotti NYC for showing up and showing out. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman as well. And that's how we're going to end it today for Purple Sunday, you guys. Amen. Y'all know how we do it. We do it every single day. I keep on showing up as long as you guys are going to want to be a part of what? Trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. I'm praying that you guys had a fantastic segment today. This is going to be the last chance for you guys to hit that like button, hit those 3 dots, and let us know that you got love for us. Also, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Become a member. We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. And last but not least, if you guys want to send in a super chat, go for it. Or if you'd rather do Cash App, $, Boogotti NYC. That's BOOGOTTI NYC. We're going to be right back here for my favorite day, which is Monday, believe it or not. Why? Because they got to pick up the phone, and I'm a businessman, so I love Mondays. I love Mondays. I can't wait to see you guys ready for tomorrow, right back here, 6 o'clock in the morning for trending topics, current events, and much, much more. I can't wait. See you guys then, because you know what I'm going to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came to chill with me for Purple Sunday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 a.m., get 'em! Peace.